Boom. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. We are live. We are live on a Monday night. We are ready to kick off another week in wrestling. We are the Wrasslin for Life Network. We are on the heels of Summerslam. We are live for 3+ hours tonight. We got all your action covered, all the rumors, all the stories, all the signings, all the buzz around wrestling. Get in that chat, fill it up. Make sure you hit like and subscribe. Be a part of the family. We're going to take you through all the action here tonight, folks. It's going to be a fun one. As you can see, there's a face on the screen, not just that one, the one down there or below him.
Pause.
But we're going to get into all of it, folks. It's going to be a fun time. Strap in, strap on, grab your snacks, grab your feel good. It's going to be a good one. Let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We are live. We are live. Like I said, folks, we are the Wrasslin for Life Network, and we're back at it again. The channel that just covers more live wrestling than anybody else out there. The channel for fans by fans. And we're going to give you all the WWE RAW you can handle tonight. Pause. But I am Mr. Every Night KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube. And that's Nick.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Wrestling for Life Network proudly brings to you its YouTube tag stream champions of the world, the Every Night Delight, KJ White. I am Big Nick, and ooh, baby, I like it raw. Yes, we have Monday Night Raw lined up tonight, and nothing has been advertised outside of Becky Lynch is getting ready for Trish for their match next week for Monday Night Raw. But don't worry, we still got plenty of things to talk about, like you got that hot Nick on Nick action there that you put Nick Aldis right beneath me there. Pause. Hey, you made it worse, so I just ran with it.
Pause early and often here tonight.
Right.
Yeah, no, we got lots to talk about. I mean, it seems like there's been more news today about signings than actual matches or events on the show. So very intriguing night for sure.
Capitalizing on all the buzz and everything from Summerslam.
Very much so. A lot of buzz coming out of it. I know there's been mixed reviews about this year's SummerSlam, even between us. We're kind of in a funny place with it. But there was a good amount of buzz that came off it. So I mean, for them, I think they feel good about it because we're wondering what's going to happen with Cody now. We wonder about new signings. We wonder about the Judgment Day, having a tiff all the way up the rampway back to their dressing room last Saturday. So we got a lot to talk about here. And I mean, there's a lot to get into, and I think that's by design.
Well, SummerSlam was record-breaking on multiple levels. I know it was the highest grossing non-WrestleMania US show for them. I think it was also had the highest attendance, if not for US shows for them, at least out of the past 4 or 5 SummerSlams. Like they were comparing the numbers all the way back to 2019. But I
think
still
it's the highest grossing ever.
Fair enough. Like I said, they're coming off of a ton of, positive energy out of there. Well, I say energy, not exactly always positive. But they're treating it at least, though, too, like with it. Normally, when a pay-per-view would be blow-offs for everything, for the most part. And then you'd have to have the next Raw or the next SmackDown would be the build-up to the new storylines for the next pay-per-view.
Yeah. And I mean, that's where now we were quick turn and we pivot as we head towards Payback is the next one, I believe. And
yes, that is beginning of September. Sorry.
Yeah. So we will see because there's a good amount of people out there that deserve or require some payback. And I mean, it starts with Jay and Jimmy, which we're still not sure how we feel about it, or maybe we are sure about it.
I think we're collectively probably pretty sure. But since you mentioned the people, and I don't know if they want payback, maybe at WWE, maybe at even AEW, hopefully not at us, but let's talk to the peoples here. We got Damien in the chat. We got Alexis. Any truth about AJ Lee coming back to WWE? I saw that her WoW contract is allegedly coming up soon. I think she's not going to WWE at all, especially with Pepsi Phil over in AEW. She's probably going to go there more than anything if she does go and still stays in wrestling.
Yeah, that would be my guess. I think, she could be a mainstay on something like Collision. But weirder things have happened. If she does appear in the WWE, Alexis, I would instantly be a little bit concerned if I was Tony as far as where does, I know some AEW fans might not agree with this, but where does it end up? Well, we'll find out, because Punk probably wouldn't be too far behind her if he could be.
Yeah, but I think if he would have had that chance to jump, if he was going to go out, he would have gone out. He had the perfect reasoning, the perfect time to do it, and he stayed invested. So
True. But yeah, we'll see. I don't see it happening though.
Boston, what up? Richard, what up? Saying that Brock Cody hug was unplanned, but I wish I could have. It could be used to say that Brock was testing Cody like he tested Cena and Drew. I'm just glad we didn't see little Lesnar popping out. That's all I'm good with.
Man, wrestled
that
so
man's
hard.
shorts just disintegrated off his body somehow, some way.
That's some hardcore chafing right there.
Yeah, that's the beast incarnate. That's what Sable sees. What?
Oh, pause.
James in KC says, "What's up, KJ and Nick and all the four lifers out there? Let's have a great night of pro wrestling." What? And using the very much the custom emojis and everything that he got for being a member, folks. So be a member, use the super chats, use the super stickers, not the super stickers, the super stickers. Be a friend, tell a friend, like shit. I was gonna make a joke that would have been all the way possible and accusationable, and I decided not to. Talking about super stickers.
Yeah, super stickers.
King Jordan, what up? I may have to watch y'all thunderstorms in the area. Well, then we got you.
Not a bad thing.
Around. Well, and even then, we've got the commentary shift up, by the way. That's the one thing that we know is happening tonight on Monday Night Raw is we're, instead of hearing the lovely voice of Kevin Patrick that I'm sure we all are going to miss, and Corey Graves, we're getting... Yeah, if you could barely hear it, I think you can still hear the faint whispers of Kevin at the Raw announce table where we're getting Michael Cole and Wade Barrett. I've got some bad news on Monday Night Raw because I guess Endeavor wants Cole to be the true figurehead, like they want him to be the JR when it comes to their announcing.
And I mean, to his credit, he kind of is at this point. I know I've been critical of Cole in the past.
Who hasn't?
Right. But I mean, I think out of everyone in that company, he's probably your go-to. And as far as delivering something, this whole Bloodline stuff, he's been great. Losing his mind, great.
Oh, absolutely. 100%. I would say next to McAfee, he's been the best commentator involved in getting this shit over.
Yeah. No, I mean, he really does.
Well, not even just with the Bloodline stuff. Like you see the clips of him losing his mind, like turning to the camera and, throwing the headset and, oh my God, and all of that. We're really starting to see Michael Cole be Michael Cole, probably because he doesn't have Vince in his ear.
Yeah, definitely.
So he's finally blossomed. He's finally getting his flowers.
Yeah, a little bit better than what he used to be, which is
right.
It's good news.
Richard, what up? Other Richard says, "Hey KJ and Nick, did you hear about Sonya and the women's titles being vacated? Haven't heard that they're vacated. They do have a plan.
They have a plan.
Should WWE retire them, or will there be a tournament with the finals at Payback?" So we talked about this once we saw the news break. My feeling is just these titles are cursed. Just they got to knock off the bad juju.
Yeah, they got to
off of them. Just bye. Thanks for coming. And bring out a women's mid-card title, even if it bounces across both shows like the tag titles did. There is no tag division. Every time someone gets these belts, they are cursed beyond belief. It's worse than the Madden curse. It's worse than, a monkey's paw, anything like that.
Oh, it's not good. I mean, and again, my first thought was, all right, well, bring back Alba and Isla. Let's go. But now, I mean, to your point, there's been nothing but bad drama around the women's tag team division. And again,
that's the different company. That's the other company with drama. This has just been bad luck.
Bad luck then. And I mean, at the end of the day, there is not really a division. Like, we're not losing anything if there is no more women's tag titles.
I mean, I am a fan of, like, we are both of Isla and Alba. I obviously am a fan of the Complaint Department. I keep thinking Jurassic Park every time you say that. But we've got Chance and Carter. But that's really, there's three teams right there. That's your whole division. If they had a mid-card title, and then you can have stuff for even someone like a Bailey or Becky, if she doesn't want to have to go at the main title, she could be involved in that. I mean, to me, there's more opportunity in a mid-card title than there is in a tag title at this point.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So, I mean, it's unfortunate. You in particular were really starting to dig the complaint department and what Sonya was doing with Chelsea Green. Now, what
Right.
happens to Chelsea? We know, like, the WWE have a habit of like, well, you just sit on
Matt
the
Cardona. Matt
uh,
Cardona.
no more rumors, more rumors.
All the rumors, all the rumors. But by the way, Chris says, speedy recovery to Sonya Deville. Absolutely T's and P's. Ronnie, what up? Saying, give you a like. Well, everybody else should do that as well. And tell everybody that you know to do that as well. Why?
We had over 500 likes on Saturday night. We're almost at 100 already tonight. I'd like to see us get to 100, and we greatly, greatly appreciate all of that love.
Oh, yeah. Everybody support 100%. We got Damien again. We got Tony's Dark Nightmares.
Tony, welcome back, buddy.
We got Rocco. I just say SummerSlam yesterday, and man, WWE thinks I'm stupid. Brock / Cody was a normal match, so Cody could have got DQ with that steps. Yes. One of the many flaws that people have pointed out and noticed and everything with SummerSlam yesterday is Cody should have gotten DQ'd there. 100%.
Yeah, we yelled about it the minute it happened of like, wait a minute, you can't hit him with the stairs. You can throw him into the stairs. But if the ref is standing there watching you and you choose to use the stairs as a weapon, ding, ding, we go home. I don't get it.
Yeah, it will. Like I said, the first of many flaws I feel with that, because obviously the big flaw that I think we need to talk about, well, we've got about a little over 15 minutes here left before Raw kicks off. The infamous now Jimmy turned back on Jay after Jimmy was the one that started this. And literally you reacted and snapped so much about this that your damn stream shut off. I'm over there having, Elizabeth moment. So we were both falling out over this. And I think everybody else views that this is the Bloodlines jumped the shark a bit.
Not that it jumped the shark. It just felt like it got a little bit lazy in this one because they've told such a good story so many different times, but it would have almost been like we got to Elimination Chamber and somehow Sammy, sides with Roman and like they do the finger poke of doom. Like, wait a minute, you wanted to kill this guy, and now you're like, that's the fucked up part for me. And they got some explaining to do for sure. But
absolutely. Sorry.
If you were gonna have ultimately Jay versus Jimmy, which I'm all for, then Jimmy shouldn't have really been the one to start all the bullshit. This was all Jimmy's doing.
Well, if that's the thing, is if Jay was the one that did this and Jimmy was the conflicted one, this makes way more sense. Real quick, Keyshawn, Scott's wishing he was at Monday Night Raw. Well, don't worry. You're right here with the Wrasslin 4 Live Network. We're here better than Monday Night Raw. We got you covered. We're the better commentary team, even though they switched it up.
Right.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
I instantly went to Creed now because of you fuckers. Just saying.
Right.
Got me tormented.
There we go. Chef, what up? BJ, sending love to the boys on panel. Appreciate you.
What's going on, BJ?
G. Right. We got Steve G with Hey Oh What, and then we got Steve O. So we're working our way through the alphabet of Steves now. We got Hey Oh What and what's up, fellas? Nate Diaz was the underdog big time. No, he wasn't.
No.
Yeah, in that Paul fight. Sorry.
Was he not the underdog though? Like betting odds?
He shouldn't have been. One's an actual pro fighter, one's a YouTuber.
Yeah, but Nate's a 40-year-old grappler.
I don't give a hot damn.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter what you like.
No, Ben Askren was the favorite versus Jake initially.
Maybe. I don't know, but Nate looked like shit.
There are some people saying that he threw that fight, which
I think all these fights are thrown in bullshit, and just get to the end, take your decision and fucking raise your hand and go take your payday. Bye-bye.
Do something strange for a little piece.
That's what I think. That's why I don't pay much attention to that.
What up? Christopher Bristol, Roman and his cousins are greatest storyline ever in WWE. Bold statement. Well, have you seen the rumor floating around? Back to that topic.
There's been
that this could all be building up to a fatal 4-way, because now the unanswered question is, where does Solo stand here? He was had discontent towards Roman after taking a spear from him.
That's the really weird part of this. If it leads, I don't think it's leading to a fatal 4-way, to be honest, guys. Now I've been wrong. We were wrong about Jimmy. So what the fuck do I know? I think a fatal 4-way would be horrendous.
That was the biggest eat and crow
it.
moment, I think, for the channel history. Sorry, right there. We poo-pooed that idea to start off with, and then it fucking played out in all of its glory, I guess.
Yeah, I think we've had a couple. I mean, but yeah, no, I mean, for that, again, it's one of those things we talked about before we went live of Nick, like it was legitimately like they have a lot of outs here. This is the one we don't want them to do, and that's the one they did. That's where I think we were like, what the fuck? You could have done 100 different things that we had hoped for. And again, I'm still disappointed that there wasn't enough tribal feel to this whole process. It was just a match. Like it was a no DQ match. Like give me something. You built a boat for the Vikings. Give me something for the Samoans.
Well, fair to your point, 100%, and I'll give you that. I'm still looking beyond that of, I didn't get my luau and my, pig on a rotisserie.
Where's my tiki torch, damn it?
Right, no spears chucking or, anything like that. But the fact even that, like you said, they had 18,000 outs with this, and they always swing for the fucking fences, and 9 times out of 10, they nail it out of the park. And this was a whiff and a half on this. Sorry.
No, I was just going to say, I mean, that's an interesting take in the sense of, for some people, it's not a whiff. And for me, is it a complete air ball? No, it's just not what I wanted. Now, just because I didn't want it doesn't mean they better have a fucking story to it, right? They got to give us something here.
Well, and that's the thing is they really got to shoehorn their way out of this situation here because, well, Trevor, what up? Finn, turn it on. JD tonight. We'll see. But like we talked about earlier, is Jimmy was the one that caused all of this.
Right.
And for him to then, he's going against Jay, and then we get a Jimmy versus Jay feud at Payback. I've seen people talk about that.
I thought it would be Jimmy versus Jay at Payback if I was guessing.
Is Jimmy just mad that I didn't get my shot at Rome and I got beat up because of you doing this shit, but you started it? It's like they've backed themselves into an unnecessary corner with this. That's the problem. And I know we've all said that he has no involvement, and this is fully lands on Triple H right now at this point.
Mm-hmm.
This reeks of that just stereotypical WWE storytelling to where they've booked themselves into a corner that they didn't need to.
Well, that's it. And I mean, we might have to give, Mr. Paul E some credit for how this played out because of his hands in this cookie jar. And at the end of the day, like you said, I mean, now they're in a corner. And again, in my head, there is no really good rational explanation from Jimmy that I give a shit about. Oh, well, I was supposed to fight Roman. Yeah, but you got hurt. That's not his fault.
You can thank Roman for still having a job. Like, let's be real here. Keep it above.
I wanted to take Roman down, but you were going to win the belt, and that's not fair. I mean, shit, if I really had that much envy for my brother, let him win the belt. I'll beat my brother for the belt. I'd rather beat you than him.
Right. I'd rather challenge Jay to be tribal chief than I would Roman. No offense to main event Jey Uso, but I think that's an easier hill to climb.
Right. So, and that's the other part. Like, do we go on Friday and Jimmy and Jay kind of have their own segment and thing, and Roman something else? Like Roman's fucking with a new challenger or
Bobby,
that kind of thing. Then what?
Right. One can hope. SmackDown's going to be very much, you got to tune into at least that segment because they got some splaining to do. Yeah. Heyman, you got some splaining to do.
I was expecting Bray Wyatt. Listen, we don't know what to expect with Bray Wyatt. And after the last 2 years, and you guys have seen me mark out over Bray quite a bit, I'm at a loss. Like, I don't know what to do, I just hope he's okay. That's it. Right. I don't know, Nick.
I really don't. Sorry, I
agree, BJ. Don't worry about it.
Oh, just my opinion. There you go.
On
The
Diaz.
Baltimore Orioles are going to the World Series and they're going to win. Terrence, we got some things we got to talk about because you're a Blue Jays fan. I'm a Yankees fan. So we're all in the same division here.
Yeah. Second best bird.
Fight about it.
Maybe. Breaking news: Viking Raiders versus New Day tonight on Viking Raiders versus New Day tonight on Raw from Fightful
SRS.
Select?
Let me check that.
Does that mean the New Day are back?
That would be what it would have to be. You'd have to be announcing their return. Let me see. I literally just typed into the Twitter search or X. Sorry, now X going to give it to you. I just typed in SRS instead of Sean Ross.
There you go. Nate, not a good boxer. Yeah, he would. Well, again, he's not known for his boxing.
I still wanted the Stockton slap. Like we even said when we were watching that, if he's gonna very much, drag it out, he's gonna what? Oh man, I hope I didn't piss y'all off. No, please, no,
not at all.
The only one who can is that man beside me, and that's rare.
That's not necessarily true, but yeah, I'll take credit. Solo goes with Jay. Interesting. Like Solo and Jay versus Jimmy and Roman. Weird. Jimmy hates Roman.
Well, that's some people made that, like I said, everybody's quick to the graphics and everything when it comes to this. And like I said, I saw graphics for like a fatal 4-way at Survivor Series, and they had Solo and Jay with red around them, and then they had Roman and Jimmy with blue around them. So they were trying to use that as like, see, they're on sides.
I don't like it. I don't like the idea that this just completely implodes and then it's just this wonky donkey build to a fatal 4-way. We recently saw with the 4 pillars that actually watered down everything and gave us a really shit program. I don't want to see that happen here. Hello.
Larry, what up? Well, again, still, what do we want to make out of Paul Heyman saying that this is just the bottom of the third with this?
Mm-hmm.
On the same day we get the storyline coming out there that WWE is reporting out that Roman will drop the title when him and Heyman decide that he'll drop the title.
Well, again, I think that's a bit of a stretch. It's an easy thing to do. It's an easy thing to say if the WWE good and decides that, it's time for something new. I really don't think it's, well, come on, please, Roman, give the belt back. So at the end of the day, though, I mean, this has gone this way. You don't know what is a shoot and what is a work from Heyman at all. And you look at this now, Nick, and what if this is, like you said, like the bottom of the third? I mean, if we go a 9-inning game, like I'm hoping it's a softball game because I can't go another 6.
Slow pitch softball here. But that's funny because we were talking about this before we went live. And BJ, I thank goodness I was waiting with bated breath. It's not that serious. It's not that serious. Trust me. You can have that. That ain't even what I'm mad at.
Take my breath away.
Love you guys. Always learning with y'all. People I know who gamble that stuff lost their asses this weekend. Never bet on a YouTuber, but
don't bet on those fights. They're so bullshit.
Right. But could this be like this is the bottom third of 3 years of Roman as champion? Was Heyman trying to suggest that we could get 9 years of the tribal chief as champion? He just blows the doors off of San Martino and everybody.
If you would like to be the secondary company in wrestling, do it for 9 years. Because by year 6 or 7, I think there would be a mass exodus at that point. I mean, people are struggling with 3. Again, you don't know what Paul means by it, right? It's all relative, and he half the time just makes it up because it sounds good. But again, I don't think we're anywhere near done, and I'm not convinced yet, that WrestleMania 40 is the stop point. I don't know.
Well, we got Scott saying Cody will win it back at WrestleMania 40. Bash talking about Sonya. We already talked about that. The women's tag titles are cursed. Breaking news: Big Nick beats Roman tonight to win SmackDown World Title. Yes, book it, Tony Khan. You wouldn't.
Big Nick has an R-Truth moment. Shows up on Raw like, where's Roman? They're like, he's not here.
I 100% would be the R-Truth with all the vitamins, everything.
Vitamins.
Shit. Right. What? Pause. What? Yeah. Where the fuck was I going with that now? I lost my mind. Real quick, because we're about 4 minutes away from the kickoff of Monday Night Raw.
Yeah.
Which real quick, last minute, get your super chats, get your super stickers, all of that in, be a member, be a friend, tell a friend. But do we want to address the Nick Aldis that is there right underneath me, and also your favorite in the I feel like at this point, the Prince of Canada at this point, Bobby Roode, is going to be backstage at Monday Night Raw as well.
I want a glorious entrance tonight. I don't care. Even if he comes out just to say, "Hi guys, I'll be in the backstage." I don't give a fuck. I want the entrance. But yeah, that would be great for me. Nick Aldis was rumored. You and I thought about it. We had him in our Royal Rumble predictions, I believe. I've been
saying since he left NWA and Mickey had her career on the line, they were both going to WWE.
And remains to be seen. Now, you and I have talked about this before as people who watch Impact of, we see those Impact contracts and everyone's like, oh, they lost this person. They're never going to be in this company. But we know everything from, one-time appearance contracts to 2 months, 3 months, 8 months. Like, it's short-term shit. And this is what you see with Aldis. There for 4 weeks, for like a month, and goes into a title match, doesn't win it. Now here he is. If they utilize Nick Aldis, they're fucking genius. He's an outstanding professional wrestler. I know our buddy Luna Havoc, not a big fan. And the idea
of to settle that in court, just saying.
Yeah, we're gonna have to have that battle. But I mean, at the end of the day, Nick, he is a veteran. He's a pro. He's a big man.
But now, but do we? He's all of this talk, which granted we still can't confirm because ringside news, and you can make of that what you will with that news of that site breaking that.
It's usually
says that he's signed, much like how everyone said Brian Pillman had signed. But everybody else is just saying he's going to be backstage tonight, and they're talking about him being a producer.
Yeah,
like Bobby Roode. I'd rather just give me Nick Aldis versus Cody Rhodes with WWE behind it and just shut up and take my money.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, again, listen, it's sign Roode, sign Aldis. If you want to bring in some of these people to be producers, great. Fire some of your shitty writers and use the producers. Let them build the matches. Let them work with the talent. The fucking creative team and these Hollywood writers and these that we don't need them. We're good. Just push them out.
Is it interesting, as we're 2 minutes away now, that it's gone back to where we almost know, like there were people saying how like Jason Jordan, I think, was in charge of the Gunther Gable match, and there were people talking about who was booking Drew and Gunther at SummerSlam. I can't remember who they said it was. But now we're getting back to where we're paying attention to who's agenting a match and everything.
Yeah, which I mean, I don't necessarily care. I just want the match to be good. It's an interesting thing that comes out.
But it shows you WWE's right now using former talent and guys who have a wrestling mind.
Yeah.
Or at least developing these guys to become an agent instead of just, hey, you're a wrestler. Old Orange Cassidy, you also work for us and have a title. You should agent matches as well.
Right. Folks, we are about 1 minute away from the start of WWE RAW here tonight. We thank you for joining us for the pre-show. Nick and I are going to roll through. We're not going anywhere. I believe mine is just about to start, but we will coordinate and let everybody know where our streams are at. And beyond that, get in the chat. We take a prediction for all the matches. We will take a rating out of 10, so do not leave. We want to know how you feel about this particular show. There you go. Abyss.
There we go.
Drew and Gunther.
Thank you.
But we see the chat filling up. My warning that violence is on my way is on my screen right now.
I got the end of Chicago Fire right now because America. But yes, we got TJ Hook in here, continuing the lineage of a not defending predictions champion. But he's shouting out Dale, who won the predictions championship at SummerSlam with Collision as well. Treat Goldie right for me. So he's going full Ciampa. See money.
Let me know when you get then.
I got
Orange
that now.
Cassidy equals Roman Reigns. You got what?
I got forever.
Okay.
I got you forever, babe.
I got you, babe.
Now, who's Sonny and who's Cher?
Babe.
What?
I don't know. That's a tough one. I'm like, shit.
Who's gonna hit a tree? What?
Whoever has a deeper voice has to be Cher. Burb.
Fuck up. But I'm getting a replay of SummerSlam right now.
Me too, as well, sir.
And we got Dale, the reigning, defending, undisputed champion right now. What up, my guy?
Congratulations, Dale.
Right.
OG of the channel.
Saying congrats. We got Janice. There are not any returns, but we only get matches. Here we go. I think we're going to get some returns. We're going to get some surprises.
No promos tonight, just straight matches for 3 hours. Just match. Like turn it into WWE Dark.
Okay, well, I mean, there'd be people that would be fully fine with that. And they'd shut a lot of people up of, well, you see, AW puts more wrestling on their shows per hour. Blah, blah, blah.
Right. Keyshawn had a good comment here. I don't believe they booked into a corner. I agree they did the turn too soon, but you can take sibling rivalry angle. Yeah, Keyshawn, I see where you're going. My problem is y'all got into the battle together. I think that's what bothers me, right? Like you went to war together. It's not like they were just being a tag team and Jimmy got sick of his shit. That I could buy.
If you're gonna do sibling rivalry, you did it way too soon, though. That's the thing. Is you should have had it to where, like Jay's already had that run as main event Jay. Mm-hmm. If you were going to do sibling rivalry, that's where you do it. To where he's finally breaking away and Jay's really establishing himself as a single star.
Right.
Jimmy's the one. The biggest problem with all of this is Jimmy's the one who super kicked Roman to kick all this shit off. That's
where you get into that pickle, right? And that's my dilemma. Right. Is if Jimmy hadn't started, if Jay had pulled the cart this whole dredge, fine, but it was Jimmy kind of pushing it. You saw Jay that was like remorseful and unsure, and then finally, I'm out. No, you're out. I'm out too. Kick, right? We waited for that moment, so we kind of negated all that by doing this.
Oh, absolutely. Janice said, she was saying NXT live stream coming up as well. Yes, that'll be on tomorrow night. And then on Wednesday, we got Dynamite. Thursday, we got I almost said NXT. We got Impact. Friday, we got SmackDown and Rampage. Saturday, we got Collision. We got anything and everything when it comes to wrestling. We're here talking wrestling on any day that ends in Y, folks.
It's very true. Very true. And if you guys haven't seen our latest interview with Ray Pittman, go check that out. Go give Ray some love. Great interview. Young guy, trying to make it happen. So go give him a thumbs up on that interview from yesterday.
Right. Absolutely. C Money saying, they say our love won't pay the rent before it's earned the money.
Babe, I got you, babe.
Oh, I'm over my head by a goddamn mile.
I think that's where we were going with that. Yeah.
With arms wide open.
Bray Wyatt and Randy Orton couldn't show up at SummerSlam due to WWE's low budget. Pardon?
No, it's because, to my knowledge, they're both technically still dealing with medical issues. We're unsure as to what Bray's is. Randy, to my knowledge, is far from being cleared. But as per the usual, anytime anyone shows up backstage, they're going to be booked on the card.
Listen, it's become the thing over the last couple of years for sure. If you start seeing a lot of reports about somebody not being able to come back, they generally pop up. Right? Until it gets solid. It happens.
Touche.
Especially with the WWE, because I think they like fucking with people. Hey,
Tabernac. I was going to say, we've sat there and said they like to fuck with the dirt sheets.
Right? Here. Go leak this out. Go leak out that, so-and-so can't wrestle ever again. He'll be on next Monday.
Right. Keyshawn says OC Superman punch over Roman's as I'm getting a replay of Roman's match.
Are you kidding me? I would take 5 OC Superman punches to Roman's 1.
I'll say this respectfully. That's like saying my what over Stone Cold Steve Austin's what. Like they don't hold water.
No, it's not the same thing.
Right. I rebelled against WWE last week. I didn't watch SummerSlam. Well, you missed out. Let my daughter have a sleepover, and she ruled the living room. I was never excited for this SummerSlam. But at least you're here excited for us. I'll give you that.
There you go. I was excited for SummerSlam.
Yeah, you do.
I was really content with it.
No, like I said, you do you, boo-boo. As long as you're excited for us, I don't care what you're excited for beyond us.
There you go.
We got Larry White, Jimmy turning on Jay seems like jumping the shark. I've seen that floating around a bit.
Right. We are opening the show with Cody Rhodes, ladies and gentlemen.
Adrenaline in my soul. Did you know my dad was Dusty?
So we'll see what this is. Jay and Jimmy have been having tiffs for months, though. It's not new that they've been having off and on problems.
Where was Sammy, though? I know KO was hurt. Was Sammy hurt, too? Did he not get booked? Did he not make the flight?
It's their creative. It panics. They're like, shit, we had a plan for both of you. I don't know what to do now.
Right.
We might not see Chelsea Green for 6 months.
No, I feel like we're going to see her come out tonight and relinquish the titles, and then it'll be defended like somebody said in a tournament going to payback, like we're supposed to give a shit again.
Give her new partner, Deonna Purrazzo, and let's go.
Could you imagine?
Yeah, I'm hoping. I hope Trinity.
You and Luna would be so mad watching Thursdays now.
Let's go. Yeah, we're just pillaging the Thursday show.
Right.
Hey, Luna, we're gonna have to move this.
Right. Curtis, Wrasslin for Life family, acknowledge KJ and Big Nick by slamming that like button by the order of the Prince of the Mid-South. Prince Ali, fabulous he.
I have to star that bad boy. That's a good one, Curtis. Welcome back.
Like I said, there's a few people we got to just hire as like promo writers. For the channel. Like so writers Cody, on SNL and shit.
Right. Cody come to the ring looking like he just got nominated for president.
Doesn't he always, though? Yes. He's Homelander, and everyone refuses to just admit and just embrace that. He's meant to be. He's Captain America, 100%.
Mm-hmm.
Bash 8 says, remember when Jay said to Jimmy he always had to catch him in sports, the prom, except why are you catching your dude at prom? What? Maybe Jimmy is jealous of Jay that he passed him.
Yes.
But we could have been done that.
Yes. He was jealous when this all started. That's the problem. Is like, if you're jealous now, you were jealous a month ago. Why did you beg your brother to help you do this and then fuck him while you were doing what you asked him to do?
Absolutely. We got Joe Black with the whoa. Artist, whoa. I hate that song.
Feet. Give us some woes, folks. Give us some fire.
Trust me, we already were getting woes.
Yeah, let's go.
And we're not the low woe. Right. Hey, have Matt Cardona be Green's partner. I mean, he's already running around with the other half. I told you. Matt Cardona.
I'm waiting for the story to come out that, like, they were really mad about the belt situation, so they faked Sonya's injury to get the belt off her because they were upset. At Chelsea.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, no, I know.
She's out there saying how
I'm just kidding.
Edge's last match should be against Matt.
Why?
She just WWE put out there who should be Edge's last whatever the fuck. And Chelsea just put out or quote tweeted it saying my husband.
Oh, okay. No.
Yeah.
He mixed it up this week. He was, what do you want to talk about?
Watch him just slip into, so let me talk to you.
Who interrupts this promo, guys? Finn, Damian, Tom, like every other week.
Nick Aldis. Bobby Roode.
Bray Wyatt.
Dolph Ziggler. Bray Wyatt.
Dolph Ziggler.
Randy Orton.
The Ziggle Pit
Seth Rollins. What?
There's a lot of wonder. Nia Jax just for shits and giggles. Whoa. Hey. Artist. You're in the minority, my guy.
Bobby says, I acknowledge Big Nick and KJ, but not Roman Reigns. Well, I can tell because you didn't spell his name right.
Clearly.
What do you think about that? We wanted to bring back Nia Jax.
Right. Oh, what do we think about that? Yeah, I'm for it. I mean,
I am on that wagon, literally and hopefully figuratively.
Pause.
Pause.
Yeah, I'm all for it. I mean, Nia's, again, a different talent and a veteran. I think she brings a lot to the table. I don't know if Tony even tried, but Tony should have been trying to get Nia. She would have instantly added some depth and some validity to your women's division. If she comes back,
anyone wanted to cause some attitude, she could have knocked him out or just, had a botchy ass match with him and fucked him up.
Imagine the botches in AEW, just like she ran into my fist.
Right. What do you want me to do?
Right. Broken noses were bad enough in AEW without her showing up.
Right.
But yeah, I'm not Becky. I know there's been rumors about her being a stiff worker and people were mad at her for hurting a couple people. I'm not. I think she brings a good element. They just have to book her better. Burn it down. No.
Whoa. I haven't got there. Oh, I just got the shoe. So I named him off.
My world champion is wearing shoes that I can't support. It's killing me, Smalls.
Oh, they're like the giant red ones, just in the yellow colorway here.
Yeah, but they look like fucking swollen Crocs.
Bro, this is the least aggressive thing he's worn in a hot minute, actually.
Well, and the gentleman I interviewed on Sunday, he actually set Crocs on fire and used them as a weapon one time.
Fair enough.
Big Croc fan. He was wearing Crocs in the interview.
There we go. Rollins is going to interrupt. We will think we're getting Cody versus Seth, and then someone else interferes.
I fucking hope so. So we're getting a tag match tonight.
Probably. Bash 8's in. Jobber McJobber, Plaid.
Who?
Brock Lesnar is over in Minnesota. Yeah, 100%.
He should be.
Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
That wagon, Plaid. Absolutely.
That's a carriage.
WWE's, yes. That's what they are. 100%.
They're appalling and obnoxious and what the fuck.
This man came out dressed up like Princess Peach.
Also appalling,
at Summerslam. And this is what you get bothered by?
I didn't like that either.
I will take this over fucking... I went to my daughter's princess party and just got fully into character.
For some reason. It's glittery jumpsuit.
They really are like Crocs. Like they've even got like the shit to hang them up with and the holes in the front and everything.
His Crocs have let themselves go. Minneapolis.
I think his fucking stylist has let himself go.
The sunglasses. Oh my god.
I'm still stand by the statement that this is all of Big Time Beck's outfits, and they're just like, well, fuck, somebody's got to wear them, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I spent all this money. What are we going to do?
Right.
The street business should jump Cody. Wrong show, my guy. Welcome back, though.
Yeah. Well, I mean, who gives a shit about the draft?
Listen.
Clearly, they don't.
I know. I try and pretend it's a thing.
Is it not a testament, though, that how over Seth Rollins is that he can come out dressed like, does mother know thou weareth her drapes? And still gets a huge ration, gets a sing-along, is the biggest baby face in the company.
Yeah. Do you know what? At the end of the day, love it or hate it, it is different. It's not another guy in trunks coming out cutting the same bullshit promos. It's different, and it's over his shit. And now we got music.
It is a little distracting, though, to take away from what he's saying.
We got Judgment Day. Called it. Just one late.
Fucking again, like, respectfully.
They interrupt every opening segment.
Super Mario wants his boots back. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Stop. Dun, dun, dun.
So we're going to get Dom and Damian versus Cody and Seth. I feel like that's happened.
I feel like every combination of top baby faces versus the Judgment Day has happened. No Finn, by the way. No Finn.
No Finnegan.
They are Finnless.
Finnegan absent.
Right. Finnegan is missing. Well, I think somebody said it earlier. Well, David, what up, my guy? Somebody was talking about, could Finn cost Judgment Day if we got this match?
Yeah, he could. He could. We
right.
don't know. So, I mean, as much as we joke, like, here they come again, interrupting shit. but they
Right.
run Mondays. They are the people that claim to run Mondays. The other two just said they run Mondays, so it's worth a conversation, I suppose. But been here and done this.
And Seth wearing yellow boots. And yes, we know we're not the only ones noticing that he's wearing yellow boots. I think everyone has. And yellow shades. What? We got ourselves a tag team match, player. Holla, holla, holla.
I got that vibe, don't you? I'm with you, Keyshawn.
Mike, what up? Finn found an Irish pub. Yeah. Finn's going to interfere and ruin the cash-in. Ooh, he could cash in a tag match, player. Holla, holla, holla.
It's true. Finn could ruin the cash-in as like a ha-ha. I want him not to ruin the cash-in, though.
Absolutely. And Dom's squaring up to Cody right now.
Again? We've been here. We did that. It was a squash match.
Well, Dom's getting a mic, so here we go to where we're not going to be able to hear a word he says.
Right. Holla, holla, holla. I love it.
Holla, holla, holla. The
TLE. Finnegan.
Literally, even before Dom can say a word.
Finn's going to interfere. Well, Finn's here now. Hello, Heather.
Pause for like half a sec because I've got Stomp Out and Cody in the corner and Finn.
Here comes Sammy. Oh, we're getting a 6-man tag.
Holla, holla, holla.
You got Sammy?
I'm just getting Sammy now. So like I said, pause for probably half sec.
Sammy in the ring throwing punches on Priest. Could we get any more music?
Don't say that because they will.
Dude, we're down on
all. We got KO.
Oh, Cody ripped his pants. Cody
got her.
Oh, he eats the big
the dusty or the dusted. And we got a big boot in the giant Crocs.
It can't hurt, right? It's got to be getting hit with a sponge in the face.
It felt like a sock and bopper is what it is. For
right?
Anyone that's that's of a certain vintage knows exactly what it is to take a fucking punch from a sock and bopper.
Right? Here comes the solution from Candidate Rhodes.
Right. This is how I'm going to solve this issue.
There's 3 of us.
Oh, like you called it, player. Holla, holla. We're getting a 6-man tag match.
Did Seth catch that? I think Seth did catch that. Did you catch that? My friend, Sami Zayn, and the world champion, Seth Rollins. And
Seth just kind of, now because he's pointing at him like, what the fuck, man?
I thought, I'm not your friend?
Right.
So now they're arguing. Oh, okay.
Artist says 6-man tag, no boo. It's the same circus every time.
That's what we're starting to get into, where some people have complained lately, is like babyface comes out, Judgment Day shows up, and whoever is, you count the number of people involved, that's your main event. Tag team, 6-man, 8-man, whatever. We've done this.
Right. And am I the only one that's noticing that since they've moved to Monday Night Raw, Cole and Barrett are both wearing very red-themed suits and outfits.
I didn't notice, actually. I was talking.
I just noticed it because I turned up to look. So are they just going to replay Tribal Combat? Yeah, we've got Barrett in like a
fuchsia and a burgundy.
Yeah, we've got a lot of burgundy. We've got a lot of off-reds going on here.
So we're going to replay of Drew and Gunther.
Forget Seth with the big bird boots.
It's just funny. He throws a big boot with them on, and you literally, like you said, it's like getting hit, like boing, like, all right, bro.
Right.
Throw a punch.
Heather, what up? Steve saying Dom's already had more title defenses than Roman. No.
Exaggeration.
I am not excited for that match. I'm Cody Rhodes, and I approve this message.
I'm not excited about the match. I am very intrigued by all the implications of it. Cody and Seth are arguing. Damian and Finn don't like each other anymore. I don't know. There's possibilities, and we got Ricochet.
I'll tell you what. You need to be a friend, tell a friend,
Tell a friend.
like, share, and subscribe. You're doing your friends a disservice if you're not telling them
What
about
the
the
fuck?
Wrestling for Life Network. 100%. You need to be a member. You hit that super chat, hit that super sticker. And I'm Big Nick, and I approve this message. There we go.
Adam Pierce is giving 4 people an opportunity right now. Fatal 4-way.
Ricochet,
For the
Ciampa,
IC title,
Gable,
number 1
and
contendership.
Riddle.
Ciampa, Ricochet, Gable, and Riddle for the number 1 contender to the IC title, Nick.
Going to be a hell of a match.
Can
I just say that now? Going to be a hell of a match.
Yeah.
Should be. It's still WWE, so should be. Sheesh!
Yo, what do I feel like Gable's going to win this, though?
A lot of
Minnesota,
people
born and raised.
Oh, absolutely. Well, and a lot of people were really into his match with Gunther.
Yeah.
That was real. They were like, this is probably the best Gable match we've gotten in WWE.
Well, Riddle's been pancaked by Gunther more than fucking anything. Like, he's been walked on more than fucking anything else every time he sees Gunther. And we're getting it right now. Ricochet took his beatings from Gunther. Then you got Ciampa and Gable. And I don't know if Ciampa's there yet. So, yeah, I've met Gable after last week.
You're saying you're ready, willing, and Gable?
I don't know if I'm that at all.
I'll say I'm ready, willing,
yeah,
and Gable.
I am. He's
There
come a
we
long
go.
way, bro. I still call him Shorty G, but the kid's come
Boo,
so far.
boo. So, well, think about it. You've got me picking against my favorite fighting Irishman, Ricochet, and you're going against your fellow gray-bearded brethren in Tommaso Ciampa.
Poor Ciampa. I mean, I just don't know where Ciampa's at right now. Like, if Ciampa won it, it would be a shock. But Ricochet, ooh, yeah.
I think it would be a shock more because we're all waiting for the Gargano reunion.
True. But we're getting a replay of Logan Paul Ricochet, by the way, which Ricochet lost. So,
Interesting. And then he showed up at his brother's fight still in his SummerSlam gear.
Right.
Artist says, tribal combat. You mean the rules they didn't follow? That one? The rules they didn't have. They didn't have rules. How can you follow rules you don't have?
Right. Apparently, Cody's match had some tribal rules to it, so don't worry.
Yeah, that had some AEW rules to it. Of just even though it's a blatant disqualification, we don't know what it is.
How did you feel? Sorry, quickly. How did you feel about? It was like they made a thing of Samantha having to announce Logan Paul beat her dude.
I don't give a shit.
Oh, okay.
I feel that was really awkward and really kind of cringe to bring into it.
Fair enough.
And Rhea well, I was just saying of her involved with it at all. Like not even just the announcing the victory of her Logan going at that was just cringe.
You think so? Well,
I think so. To me, it's unnecessary. It'd be like,
I thought it was just.
When's the last time you saw someone on AEW mention anything about Renee going at Moxley?
I think it happened recently, actually.
No, the only time it's happened is when she's got involved between Eddie and her fighting.
Eddie was a good example. Yeah.
That's the only time. No one's out there and be like, oh, well, your wife's blah, 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 blah. No.
But does it pull Logan further into heel by doing cringy shit?
Or is it just cringy shit?
I think it is cringy shit by definition.
Fair enough. But anyways, the TLD says, and Rhea will take on The Undertaker. Player.
There you go.
She's going on one-on-one with The Undertaker. Player. Well, trust me, he looks like The Undertaker's bride.
I'd sign up for sure. Let's go.
I'd take a tombstone from her. Bye.
Easy, dog. Ciampa in the ring.
You know what I'm saying? Why?
Get your predictions in, folks. As we get a fatal four-way, the winner will get a shot at Gunther.
Right.
Hello.
Right. By the way, as I'm sure we continue to miss, and I see we're missing tons of chats and everything. We do have the super stickers, the super chats, all that.
What's up, uncensored? Maxine now wearing like knee-high wrestling boots. But I don't know what the hell. Again, she looks like. What is she wearing around her waist?
I don't know. I heard Cornette compare her to a fucking like a stork or a whooping crane.
Shut up.
Yeah, just she's just. I've said it. We had the whole conference at in the White House or in DC and everything like that about the fucking aliens showing up and everything in the US, and no one's proven to me that she isn't one of them. She's not one of the first ones to land here, because when that woman sat there and celebrated,
all right,
she did not look. It didn't look natural.
Ding, ding, ding! We are going.
Right. Oh, I've already got Ricochet popping off of Ciampa. Oh,
and we're starting off not wasting any time.
So are you staying with Gable? Are you taking Gable, or is it just?
Yeah, I'll take Gable. Let's go.
Right.
I mean, other than Ricochet, like I'll be happy with Tommaso.
You could make You could make a case for anyone in this match, though, and that shows you, and that goes to what Sheamus said about being a bit upset of the Bloodline taking up all the TV time when there's all this other talent.
Interesting. Ripley versus Edge in his final match. That's what Ripley wants. Yeah, there you go. Gable chance. Chance.
He's in Minnesota.
Thank you. All right, big pop. I like it. Let him win. Let's go.
Renegade, what up? Heather says, this sucks. We in the dark. Lost power here.
Oh,
well, we got you still covered, though. I'll give you credit. You earn an MVP. You earn a helmet sticker right there, 100%. That you're out here still watching us with the power out right now.
Well, we'll light up your life.
Ho.
It's true. Gable for the win. The champion says Gable for the win.
Right.
Ricochet for the win, says TJ Hook. It's a good bet.
Like I said, you can make a case for anyone in this match, honestly.
The only one I can't make a case for, and I wouldn't listen to someone's case, would be Riddle.
He's still the most viable competitor, I would say, that could honestly be. You could see Riddle as IC champion over anyone else in this match.
No, but he's the equivalent of Roadkill to me at this point. There's no way the idea of Gunther versus Riddle again is worth my time.
I hear voices in my head. That's all you have to add, and it fucking matters.
That's a different.
That's still a case, Your Honor. That's still a case, Your Honor.
Yeah, I don't want to hear.
Because I waited to bring some things into evidence doesn't mean that it doesn't count.
I got no time for Riddle and Gunther anymore.
Ricochet with the smoothest shit, twisteroo into the standing moonsault. This man hit you've been hit by, you've been stuck by.
Oh, miss. Ricochet for the win. I'll go with Green. Gable. What?
Go with the grain. He's going with the flow. If he's going with the flow, else is going with Gable.
There you go. I got you. I was like, you want some rice? Where are we going?
I mean, depends on if you're cutting up steak. You never cut against the grain. You cut with the grain, all of that shit. Yeah.
Oh.
What? Oh.
1, 2. 2 count. Does Paul interfere here on Ricochet, or is Paul not in the building? I don't believe Paul's in the building, but I have no idea. I don't think we're going to see Paul for a few weeks.
No. There's a very much a whole list of people you're not going to see right now for a hot minute when it comes to WWE. And they are Logan Paul, Brock Lesnar, and I would assume Roman Reigns.
2 count on Ciampa. Ricochet close.
Just got the 2 count. You're like a flinch ahead of me.
Yeah, that's a very WWE thing. They usually, I mean, for the longest time, you got embarrassed in your hometown.
Yeah, but I think that's a bit of a different statement when you're getting mysteriously booked into a fatal 4-way for a number 1 contendership match.
I got Gable. Oh, everyone's up.
We're getting the Ricochet on top rope with Riddle on his back, with Ciampa on his back. And now we're missing Gable to set up the powerbomb. Sorry.
Oh, didn't set up the powerbomb.
Multiple suplex. Oh, I thought Ricochet was almost going to flip out and land on his feet after that.
They all down. Gunther smiling.
Right.
Or his neck sore from being turned that way. What's up, John? How you doing? How you doing?
Ciampa is so low on the totem pole, he doesn't even know which way is up.
I mean, if you're at the bottom.
Well, I've heard it that it's actually we get that whole thing backwards because think about it, the stuff at the bottom, they're actually going to be able to carve the most detail into it and everything like that.
Now we're getting deep. We're getting
100%. We'll get deep. We'll get all into the vitamins here.
That's funny as hell.
We're going all, like I said, we mentioned SNL before. We're going Deep Thoughts by Jack Handy.
Is that official? Did it officially break the record at this point?
I haven't heard that yet. On Breaking the WrestleMania. I've heard it. I haven't confirmed it.
Oh!
As I've got an ankle lock on Ciampa.
Yeah, not anymore. Oh,
Question, who has attacked Riddle from behind? No one. Currently, standing moonsault. What?
Nobody yet.
Right.
Hey, did we ever establish who gave Paul the brass knuckles, by the way?
Say that again?
Did we establish yet who gave Logan Paul the brass knuckles?
I don't believe so.
They look like Frodo Baggins. Like, anybody have an idea?
We're taking the knuckles to Isengard.
Right? 4 rings to rule them all.
4 rings to punch out Ricochet.
We're up to the top.
Riddle could win with that smelly feet technique. Don't mess with the Zohan, lad. Superplex.
Oh, both blocked.
Oh.
Double pin.
Diving crossbody and a shooting star press. Please, for the life of me, pause for like 10 seconds.
Oh, me?
Yes, you. I've been saying that.
No, but I did.
I'm getting a replay right now.
I'm getting the replay right now, and all 4 men are down, folks. Make sure you hit that like and get in right now. You can hit that little heart and get it pop up on the screen. If you're enjoying things this evening, help that algorithm. Give it a massage. Give it a rub.
Pause. It was Logan's caddy. He's carrying his prime bottle.
His caddy.
So KSI? What?
Right. I instantly went to fucking Happy Gilmore. Where were you on that one?
Oh, in the hips. It's all in the hips.
Oh, we're getting a chop off.
It was Logan Paul's younger brother, Cody Logan. Nah, just kidding.
Oh,
don't tell me there's more of them. Fucking that shit stops at 2.
Jeff Levin gave Logan the nuts. He is his manager. There you go.
Respect, James, because I don't care enough about Logan Paul to know that. So respect.
There you
go. Big Nick with the obscure Pacific Island totem pole reference. You've been reading Robert Sever lately.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Just all in the vitamins. Yeah.
Unless that showed up on wrestling.
What?
I said, unless it showed up on wrestling, he didn't read it.
Fuck you mean, asshole?
Right now, lately, you haven't. You're busy doing this shit.
That doesn't mean I don't look at other things.
Bullshit.
I got eyes. I mean, like Smokey of like when he show up, I'll be quiet. When we leave, I still be talking.
It was Logan's younger brother, Cody. Thank you, Bash. Welcome back. Anyone we didn't say hello to yet? Wow, what a move!
Say Hunter S. Thompson. And
what a move!
Stephen Thompson, like a fucking artard.
Oh, we got a 2. Sorry,
two out.
I think you were saying stuff.
I said words. Like I said, like Debo. When he around, I be quiet. But when he leave, I start talking again. Is Riddle? Oh,
bro, Gabbo!
That was more of a diving headbutt than a splash because that man instantly grabbed his forehead. That was
100%.
He hit head.
Did Cole call it a splash? That was a headbutt, and
that was a headbutt.
Big Gable chance. Good match. Listen, it might have taken a little minute to get to this match, but once we got there, it's been good. Hell of a fight.
Yeah, it only took us about a half hour or so, around about maybe 20 minutes. But we're getting into some pretty good action on Monday Night Raw.
Oh, we're going for the roll up. Oh, no, roll through into a recoil.
Oh,
all right, fine.
roll through. Oh,
wow.
Oh, and then Ciampa hits it.
I love this sequence. All right, you're going.
But it makes sense, though. It makes sense. Bridging suplex. Two count.
Oh,
yes! They call that a 3?
That was a 3.
He kicked. I saw him kick.
No, he's out.
I was about to say.
The dub.
Well, I was about to say, I like it if even Cole's done this thing like that. I surely not intentional, but to where he'll get so excited his voice will give out.
Yeah,
because his voice gave out calling 3 there. He's
big. I'm okay with that. Big win by Shorty G. Chad Gable, sorry. Man, I like that sequence because not often do you see somebody's move in the middle of like their sequence get broken up by another move. And it happened twice, which leads to him getting the pin on Ciampa. Sorry, Ciampa. But yeah, go Gable.
It worked in 2 aspects because it didn't look built up to. Like it didn't look like they were all working and choreographed together.
Yeah.
And 2, there wasn't shit beyond that. That ended the match of them all hitting their signature move, and then Gable just wins with the bridge.
Yeah. Well, you see it all the time where like a person, I think we were talking about it last week with like Moxley just like with one arm on the rope, like, are you done doing your shit yet? Okay, I'm coming now. And you're like, no, that gave it a little more of a, I really, really like that match, guys. Thumbs up.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Chad Gable wins. I thank you. 1-0.
Please don't make thank you your new thing.
I don't know. Someone already did that on here, and I don't intend to. 1-0. Joe Black sunset saying that was bullshit. Not at all. He's got his little boy with him, and he's looking like, I don't want to insult a child, but he looks like discount Josh Alexander's kid because he's got the singlet, and instead of the headset, he's got the earphones.
Oh, dude, that's terrible.
I know I said I didn't want to, but I did. What do you understand? I'm a terrible human being, okay?
No, they're getting Gable over as a babyface hard now. They're really pushing it.
He's good. He could be the one to dethrone Gunther instead of Drew McIntyre.
I'm really surprised at how lukewarm Drew McIntyre's return has been. How lukewarm.
I saw people suggesting he could take another break after he just came back.
you know you're having a bad day when you come out of break and they're like, oh, go have another one.
Yeah, go, you're filming a movie, right? You got some other shit you could do, right? You go ahead. You can do that. Don't do that.
Actually, I don't.
What are you talking about?
No, I mean, it's been lukewarm, and even the build to Gunther, Drew, we saw matches with Gable, we saw matches with Riddle. We didn't get a lot of Drew.
It was well, Drew's already been on record saying he wished they had more time to build with that. And I think the biggest damning thing on that whole situation is it's been lukewarm because we knew Gunther was going to win. We already knew they were going to go with the streak. They were going to continue that on. He was going to take over a honky tonk and everything. It's a bit like what we've seen at times we've dealt with Roman. Like even him versus Sam, it's going to be a great moment. There's not a real good chance that he's going to win. There's still that what if, but there's not enough babyface compelling shit behind him. There's not enough story to make you really care. So it's going to be a good match.
Yeah,
but we know Drew's not going to win because Gunther is going to take over Honky Man's honky tonk streak or record. Sorry.
No, I agree, Nick. What am I looking at right now? Oh, that's.
I'm getting a replay of Cody and Brock. I got Mama Rhodes out here.
I clicked on the wrong channel and I got AJ Lee cutting a promo. I was like, "What the fuck?"
It happened and I missed it all.
What
She
happened?
showed up,
We're just
she
talking.
returned, she came back, and I missed it all.
Nobody said shit.
Everybody's been quiet.
You
We
talking
all
to
had an
me?
agreement. We're like, we're not going to say anything until he notices.
So yeah, I'm getting the replay between Brock and Cody right now.
But we got Renegade want to know, Keyshawn want to know, John want to know, Larry saying he deserves it. Who deserves it? Oh, Gable. Gable wins. Want to know, Ciampa kicked out. Dude. I swear to God, I thought he did, Joe Black. I need to watch that replay back.
How do you feel about them selling the fact of, like, in all his combat sports experience, Brock has never shown that, that respect that he did to Cody to anyone else? I was like, whoa, no.
Because it is actually true, though.
Yeah.
It is honest to God true. At least in ring. And that goes back to even what Hunter said at the press conference of Brock doesn't get enough credit as he actually deserves. Everybody views Brock as just being this gigantic asshole that just shows up and he just is out there for a paycheck. And he shows what he can to put guys over. He's willing to do business as long as the guy's willing to work with him too and everything. And it makes fucking sense.
If it's good for business, he's down for it. And at the end of the day, I mean, even this, like, where people still say that shit, part-time Brock and da-da-da. Man, the guy missed one pay-per-view this year. I mean, we got to give him credit where he's earned it. And he's definitely earned some credit in 2023, the back end of 2022. He's been a consistent.
And this has arguably been part of best Brock. Cowboy Brock is arguably best Brock.
Yeah, like semi-babyface, happy-go-lucky Brock was fun.
When he's sitting there squared up in the folding chair talking to Sammy and the overalls and everything, talking about Saskatoon. Tell me your Canadian heart didn't go a flutter there.
My letter Kenny kicked in.
Right.
So they're Sammy making peace with Seth and Cody, or trying to.
Well, yeah, very awkwardly.
Not going so well.
Mm-hmm. But Paul, what up, my guy?
We didn't even talk about the fact that the first hour has been commercial free.
I didn't even notice. I felt like that half that promo felt like a commercial to start off the show. So we're good.
They didn't say non-wrestling free.
Yeah, true. Paul, I'm not going to try and pronounce your last name and probably screw it up. What's up, my guys? How are you guys doing tonight? Good, I hope. I'm doing fantastic. I don't know how you are.
Wonderful. Now, here's the thing. Now we're getting another replay, at least I am, of Tribal Combat. So we got a replay, then a backstage, and then a replay. I mean, yeah, we're going commercial free, but we've had one match, my guy.
Yeah, so that's the thing. Yeah. That's how it always goes. So we didn't say we weren't going fully commercial free. You're getting our commercials for us. Yeah. You're not getting their commercials, which is still interesting when I think it was also going back to facts about SummerSlam to where with Slim Jim, TurboTax or Autos or whatever the fuck the other advertisement was, like with the advertisement deals for that they had their highest grossing advertisement off of
it was their biggest deal ever, which crazy, right? It blows my mind, Nick. I mean, at this point, you're like, really? Slim Jim did it? Not all the other companies you've worked with?
Not Lugs, not Castrol GTX, not Chef Boyardee Ravioli. If we're going to keep digging through the Attitude Era,
Well, I just assumed, like, in the vegan millennia, with like Slim Jims had slowed down in sales, but apparently they're still doing well.
They are a gas station staple, my guy.
Yeah, man.
They are the only thing that is edible that you trust in a gas station, I would say.
I don't know.
More often than not.
No, true.
They're the safer bet.
I was more thinking of like, there's been some avenues ventured down in a gas station on a late night munchie trip. Like, hey, that looks wonderful.
Simon is saying, what a great finish. Wow, I hope you're not talking about this match here.
No, Chad.
Gotcha. Tribal garbage, says Alexis.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, she's just said tribal garbage. JB's out here saying, hey, what happened to Carmelo?
She got pregnant.
Oh, Carmella. Oh, I read that as Carmelo.
Oh,
Yeah, Carmella's pregnant with Corey. Yeah, she's chilling. Max now relaxing.
Your commentary team got to her.
Ooh.
True facts.
I know, but just still, who when you say it. James, what up? Hello there. Hello there is sucks. Poor grammar.
Did you just call us sucks?
I hope.
Well, hi sucks.
Hi sucks. Pause. You don't know me. Chelsea and Sonya were there to do something strange for a low piece of change. Chelsea and Sonya were to give up titles because Sonya tore ACL.
It's Hex, bro. You said it.
Bad juju. Someone needs to stage them fucking tag titles right now. Get whatever voodoo curse is off of them. Live this Friday, we're getting Hail to the Chief.
There you go.
That's literally what it says. I'm not making it up.
I just love how emphatic, because we're like, and what is that? We're like, well, you know what?
You know what Hail to the Chief is. Do you? No, but it sounds fucking cool.
Yo! Miz is looking down LA Knight. What is he doing here?
Spider-Man meme. They're just all pointing at each other.
Stop that. Not with LA and Miz.
Little bit.
Oh, bro.
Well, one's clearly better, but I'm still, if they were auditioning for the role of Johnny Cage in Mortal Kombat, they're fucking neck and neck. I used to eat Slim Jims with bread.
Oh, with bread? I thought it said with beards. I was like
you made it crazy. I just was like,
was
the
it
struggle is real? And you're like, you're a lunatic.
Like, I mean, that'd be interesting. I've never put Slim Jim on a bread. On a bread?
On a bread?
Put it on the Twitter when I was thinking about
it. On the Twitter and the Google box.
Jesus.
I've got Nakamura coming out. I've got Anakin Nakamura coming out. Shinsuke Skywalker coming out.
We've had a lot of sing-alongs in this first commercial-free hour.
I think wrestling at this point has a lot of sing-alongs.
Dude, they need it. They need more signs and more sing-along and more like interaction. Like,
well, I think that happens at times, and it's so funny to me that now it's becoming even a trope to just say that it's a good time to be a wrestling fan. That like wrestling's good now. It's become a trope because everyone apparently says it. Well, if everyone's saying it, then it's fucking take it as a fact.
Well, there's still a massive group of people that are like fucking just hate watching this shit. But I mean, it's been better. It's been good, and I mean the numbers continue to support it.
I feel like those people are sadomasochists and they just enjoy doing it anyways. So 100%, I think just let bygones be bygones. Like, let's not be judged unless ye be judged. So if you're a sadomasochist, just hate watching pro wrestling just because you want to get your rocks off at punishing yourself. You do you, boo boo.
Well, I mean, you look at we got 1 hour commercial free. And you'll still be people out there who say random shit like, "Oh man, I couldn't even take a bathroom break. Like this is ridiculous." Like what the fuck?
No one's stopping you,
right? With Brad, okay, Brad, she pregnant.
Louis, what up, my guy? Louis in the house. What's up, wrestling fans? 100%. LA Knight is over like sliced bread.
True.
I think he's the most organically over since sliced bread.
I'm gonna have to take my pause. These guys keep talking about snacks.
We're gonna Rochambeau for this again.
We can Rochambeau.
I don't trust you. You got Canadian tactics. You got maple leaves up your sleeve.
He's dodging the Rochambeau like he's dodging the rating.
Fuck you, asshole. As KJ's taking a pause for the cause, as I've got Shinsuke Nakamura taking on Bronson Reed right now, as we're getting a replay from 3 weeks ago. And it's very interesting that we're now getting, I know we've talked about it to where, respectfully, when Russo was booking at times, everybody and anybody had a bit of a feud going on to where now we even have, mid-carders who aren't competing for the mid-card title will have a feud amongst themselves. We have, the tag team title was at least having a bit of a feud. We look at NXT, we've got a feud going through the Heritage Cup and everything. So there is still something to get you invested in and get you involved in. Like like we said right there, like they just showed right there, there's 3 weeks of story so far already, at least between Nakamura and Bronson Reed, and we've still got Ciampa involved. Granted, he was out there in the 4-way earlier tonight, but we've got Nakamura versus Bronson Reed. So if you haven't done so already, folks, give us your predictions in the chat. Be a friend, tell a friend, like, share, subscribe, tell everybody that you know that this is the place for all of your wrestling content, all of your wrestling coverage. Nobody covers pro wrestling like we do. Nobody covers it live as much as we do. Well, we are your alternative commentary. We're your wrestling buddies you can't get in real life. What? Question is, will this match be clean? Interesting. Now, are we going to go and look at it in the old school way of both men have black ring gear, as you know, Nakamura's gone more from a bit more away from the Anakin gear of he's a little bit more Venom with the black and white. But normally, if you were wearing the black ring gear, it was signifying you're more of a heel because you're wearing the dark colors. But who's the babyface and who's the heel in this match? That's the secondary question. Alexis taking Bronson for the win. Mike's taking Bronson for the win. David, do you think Sheamus's recent negative public comments are 100% shoot, or is he working and setting up as the next challenger for Roman? I addressed these a little bit earlier, or at least brought them up to where he's talking about how the Bloodline tends to have a good chunk of the storyline and the story time, or at least the on-air time. Now, granted, that normally holds towards SmackDown, which, granted, that's the brand Sheamus is on. So you could look at it as, well, what's to say when it comes to Monday Night Raw? Because there's been moments to where it's been very lacking on Monday Night Raw. They have 3 hours with no Roman. But at the same time, could we see another Sheamus versus Roman match? I think we could. It'd be interesting if we had that build. It'd be an interesting way to get there. But I don't think that there's not the reason everybody takes that statement a certain way is because they know that there's a bit of validity behind that, of that at times the Bloodline storyline may go a bit long to certain people. It may, like, obviously there's been a big negative reaction to everything that happened at SummerSlam. It really, the Bloodline storylines walked this tightrope for a hot minute. It's been the best thing going, but it only takes, 1 or 2 flub-ubs for it to kind of seem like it's overstaying its welcome because of how long it's gone on. So, to make a long story short, I think it's pretty much down the middle. It's one of those which has made pro wrestling the best at this moment because you can't tell whether it's shoot or kayfabe. I'm 50-50 otherwise. What did Louis say? Hey, did I miss a prediction? I thought Dale and I were tied. Also, congrats, Dale, either way. Well, you're going to have to talk to the official here when he comes back from his pause for the cause here. The stat keeper, the statistician here. It's almost 8 o'clock and still 98 degrees here. Well, why am I blinking? Tell Nick Lachey, and I was trying to remember anybody else that was a member of 98 Degrees, but I can't think of anyone. To just keep it down here. When it comes to the New Orleans, I'll buy you, my guy. That was a terrible joke that I fucked up. But anyways, Larry. So now we're getting challenges in judiciary processes here and decisions. We're calling into question the referee's judgment here. I can't speak to it. I guess I'm the Roger Goodell in this situation. As I've got Reed splashing Nakamura onto the outside, and I feel like this is going to set up for a commercial break, as Bronson's been pretty much in control for this match so far. Grab a ramen noodle soup, no water, throw it in a cup, Slim Jim, throw it in a scoop of cheese. Who calls it a scoop of cheese? For color, add a dab of honey and some peanuts and microwave it to the noodles caramelized prison stir fry. Cool, JV. I'll remember that if I ever decide I want to get locked up. But until then, I think I'm going to just, cook my food, the old-fashioned way here. Fair enough. Respect, my guy. But I'm locked up. I got surprise return tonight. Well, Ronnie, who you guessing? We'll take this as a prediction right now. As I'm in a commercial break right now, who do you think could be a surprise return? As we're still not even through the first hour of Monday Night Raw. We still got 2 hours with nothing advertised. Outside of the only thing we got coming up is we got a 6-man tag match between Sami Zayn, Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins versus the Judgment Day of Finn Balor, Dominic Mysterio, and Damian Priest. But so, who do you think could be a surprise return? Do you think it could be a Nick Aldis who's been reported backstage and is allegedly signed with WWE? Could it be even a Bobby Roode? Could it be somebody that no one's talked about? Like I said, could it theoretically even, I know people are going to poo-poo it, be a Dolph Ziggler or anything like that, that it is still a return? Could it be a Piper Niven? There's, a fair amount of names. You got the outliers of Bray and Randy and all of that. Even a Tegan Knox. Could we get the debut of Odyssey Jones? Could that finally can happen for once, maybe? Well, let me know who you're taking as your potential surprise return tonight here. Let me try and find where I was at with the chat here. Hunter is cooking tonight. I'm really excited for those Chad Gable vignettes going forth with Gunther. Kenny, you're not wrong with that. I do think Gable versus Gunther, I think that match when they had it, I believe it was last week, really got a lot of people behind that whole idea that that's a really good feud that we could have for a hot minute. And even if Gable doesn't win, I think that feud is going to kind of establish him as a top or as an upper level guy. JV says Nakamura will win this one. Louis, it's all good. Fair enough. He was just so chill, my guy. I appreciate you. Don't dare to be sour. Too sweet. I'm the man of the hour. Too sweet to be sour. The man with all the power. Oh, I don't even have half the power. What? I haven't seen any reports of heat on Sheamus over it, so I think it's very much setting him up to challenge Roman. But even then, we don't have reports leaking out of this somebody or that somebody that, showed up to do security duty at a Monday Night Raw, saying how, the WWE locker room's toxic or they all hate each other or shit like that. So just saying, certain professional companies tend to keep that shit in house. Just saying. His brother, Drew Lacey? What? Are you talking about Officer Leahy from fucking Trailer Park Boys here? What are we going with? Bronson Reed for the win, says John. I got picture-in-picture right now. Right now, I'm back from commercial break as I've got a step-up enziguri from Nakamura onto Bronson Reed as I'm trying to still get through these comments. As I apologize, I am very far behind. Michael says, good video. Thank you, my guy. Nick, it's one hell of a 420 meal. Well, it sounds like hell. I'll give you that. As far as a 420 meal, I don't know about that. Definitely sounds like hell, though. Have you heard of anyone pronounce Shinsuke as Shinsuke? No, I didn't know we were getting into pronunciations here. That looked awkward because Bronson was clearly setting up for what? For Nakamura to do a top rope nothing into like a ripcord body slam there. And my kind of just fantasy booking here of I want Bronson Reed and Jeff Cobb as a fucking tag team because I think they would just be world eaters. 100%. You're telling me you got Bronson Reed paired up with fucking Tour of the Islands as a running powerbomb for a two count on the Nakamura. Maybe Kofi Kingston. Fair enough. Jake, what up? Ronnie, what up? Larry, what up? We got everybody. What? Oh, James, or as Nick Aldis to start with Imperium. Ooh. Well, I know Ilya has very much said he doesn't want to be involved with Imperium. Well, speaking of people that don't want to be involved with, I just kid.
I'd love to be involved with Imperium. Let's go. Let's go. I'd hang out with Gunther. Seems like a fun guy.
You're a big fan of sausages.
A pause.
Why?
Well, I'm glad to be back, folks. That's still going on. Nick Aldis into it. What starts with like joining them? I don't know about that.
I still just want Nick Aldis versus Cody Rhodes with WWE behind it and shut up and take my money. We saw the video package. Now, the video package, if they did that, like what the one that they did for Cody and Brock, if you swap out Brock with Nick Aldis, I think it's a whole different vibe. It's a whole different feel.
We might be getting that. And remember, like Cody's in the main event.
I want it.
We might get some surprise. I know we're thinking that it's the heat between Cody and Seth, but I really don't want Cody going after that other title. I really don't. So
he said he doesn't want it, so why do it?
Yeah, you shouldn't do it. That's a funny one. Welcome back, Victor. It's over, Shinsuke with the Kinshasa.
Kinshasa
or Shinsuke, according to some people.
Yeah, no one says that. I feel like good Mean Girl. Stop trying to make fetch a word. It's not going to happen. A-Town, you in Texas. It's the same in Houston. I believe he's in Louisiana because I've asked him about trying to set up a one-man parade.
That's true. I was like, how did you? Oh, I got it.
Yeah. 1-1, 1-1, 2-0. 2-0, 1-1, 1-1. What happened to Indusher? They're going to show up at that super spectacular that they're setting up in India.
They're on main event until a few weeks before they go to India. Then they'll be on the main roster until 1 week after, and then we won't see them again.
Is it amazing, though, that main event's still a thing? Like, I constantly forget that it's still a thing.
It is. When it always
like, I don't even know how to watch it.
No, like occasionally when we do something like Collision, main event seems to come on after Collision for me. So it's like, oh shit. So I accidentally caught an episode of Level Up, knew nobody.
There was a YouTube anti-smart a few years ago who kept calling him Nakamura.
Nakamura. He could team with Ricochet.
What the fuck?
So we're getting another replay, this time of what happened to Raquel Gonzalez. I know a lot of people are mad that she didn't go after the belt at Summerslam, but she's not ready. She's not ready.
She got bit by the women's tag title curse.
Oh, Candace and the other parts of the way.
I was gonna say, do you need assistance here?
Indy Hartwell, yes. Okay,
because I'm still getting earlier today. Oh yeah. Right. So now I've got Candace and Indy.
It won't let
it's
me.
Just not ready.
Oh, there you go. And here comes the man. And there goes the man.
Rico Mara, a new tag team. What? RKO returns 10-6-23 Friday Night SmackDown. What?
Mm-hmm.
What was the first match? It was a fatal 4-way between Gable, Ciampa, Riddle, and why am I blanking on the fourth competitor?
Did you say Ricochet?
I said Ricochet, Ciampa, Riddle. Help me with the fourth, please.
I'm trying to remember. Gable, Ciampa, and you had who else was in that fucking match?
Oh, Gable, Ciampa, Ricochet, and Riddle. There we go. Thank you. You helped on the back end there.
There you go. By the way, see, this is official. It's just Seth and Becky have switched clothes.
Yeah, 100%.
Where's Trish when you need her? We're about to find out.
Right. Why does Becky's CGI still look like Sasha? What? Poor Billboard back. What? Rick, it took me a minute. I thought a big time backstare for half a second.
Nice one, A-Town. PP break.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. All right, there you go. Nick's going to take a pause for the cause. I am in a commercial. We are getting Becky Lynch. I believe Trish is scheduled to be here as well, setting up their match next week, folks. If you haven't already hit like or subscribe, please do so. We are back tomorrow with NXT. We're here for Dynamite, episode 201. We'll see what that has in store. Thursday, we got Luna Havoc in the house for Impact. And then the doubleheader Friday, we got more pay-per-views this weekend. We got tons of stuff to cover, tons of things to talk about, and we're still working on more. So make sure you join the family. Like I said, on Saturday, we were over 500 likes. I believe tonight, let me just confirm. We got 115. So we're pushing for 200 here on tonight's stream, but we thank everybody for being here. We like everyone to have a good time. Now, how are you enjoying Raw? Are you looking forward to Trish coming out and whatever else is on your wrestling mind? Get in the chat. Don't be shy. Do not be quiet. Lots of whats. Can you believe 2 weeks women's wrestling legend got yanked off SummerSlam? I don't even know if that's accurate, to be 100% honest with you, David. And they announced this for the reason. And the way SummerSlam was, adding Trish versus Becky probably would have made it worse. Adding any other match probably would have watered it down a little more than it already was. I think, again, getting yanked, no, I got no problem with them setting up a match between Becky and Trish on a Raw, especially it being in Canada. Yeah, I have no sympathy, no sadness, no problem. And I think that people sometimes assume things. Well, we thought that's what it was going to be. Well, just because you didn't get it doesn't mean that was their plan. Because Lita would return, like a good reason. I don't know about that. Why didn't they have a SummerSlam match? Again, I think it was just full. I honestly think the card was full. Did you guys want to spend another half an hour to squeeze in 1 or 2 more matches? No, I was good with what we got. The guy who won, Gable. Yeah, out of everybody, we couldn't remember the guy who won. Got her. She's coming. She's coming. Richard, welcome back. Hey, KJ and Nick, are you excited for an LA Knight Miz feud? No. I think the promos will be good, but I'd like an LA Knight to face someone more credible right now. Again, if you're just trying to build LA Knight, I'm okay with this rivalry. Am I excited for it? No, because we kind of know what it is. You're right. The promos are going to be solid. Back and forth should be good. And if you want somebody to be a baby face, Miz is a great guy to put up against him. 100% of the time, you get Miz in there, he's going to get that reaction. He is going to bring out the baby face reaction for that guy. So I get why they're doing it. Again, the draft seems to mean little to nothing, but c'est la vie at this point. Trish should have been on SummerSlam regardless. I thought she would have been, Larry. I thought she would have been being in Detroit, but we don't know what's going on. I don't know. Maybe she was getting her nose fixed. I have no idea. Stacy and Bray. All right, J-Boy, we'll see. Really need to be working towards Rhea versus Bianca for WrestleMania. And if not, hopefully they are keeping Rhea versus Becky in the bank for it. Yeah, I don't see it being Belair and Rhea at all. It could very well be Rhea and Becky. And I'd be okay with that. By the way, I'm getting a commercial right now for NXT. And yeah, Dragon Lee will take on Dominic Mysterio tomorrow with Rey Mysterio in Dragon Lee's corner. So very interesting NXT tomorrow night. If Zoe gets involved in a Trish versus Becky next week, then Lita returns. What if it's Mickie James? What if it's not Lita? What if we've seen the Lita return enough? But right now, the WWE is reminding everybody of all the channels that cover their shit, doing their little braggy thing. Lucha Bros versus BCC on Dynamite with the possibility of Pac getting involved in the feud. Yeah, Ronan, mixed emotions, mixed feelings. But yeah, I love the Lucha Bros. I think this match will be half decent. I'm not really sure how this is all tying together or how this rivalry is building, being that the best friends are still involved. I don't know. But right now I got Ludwig having a conversation with Maxine. Do you think All In will be better than SummerSlam? And what did you guys rate SummerSlam? I gave SummerSlam a 7.5. I think Nick gave it a 7. All In better be better than SummerSlam. They have a big opportunity here, and I want it to be huge. I hope Tony doesn't overbook it or overdo it because of the moment. I hope they are very clean and concise. But if I was to put money down right now, yeah. And I think Nick said it. I kind of countered a little, but it was one of the weaker WWE pay-per-views of 2023. So all the power to it. I want All In to blow it up. I always want to show up to these pay-per-views and they be outstanding. Wow. Maxine slaps the taste out of Ludwig's mouth. And Otis there to say hello. The Alpha Queen. Yeah, I can't defend the brand split at all anymore. If we get a Miz versus Knight feud. Boston, I mean, you've been here. I've tried to give them the benefit of the doubt, and they are a funky bunch. Why do it? Why waste our time? Just keep going status quo. So Becky with a smile on her face after watching a promo after a commercial. So she's been hanging out in the ring for several minutes now. And back to another replay. Dun, dun, dun. We could have done without the MMA cluster F. Yeah, we could have, but I thought the build and the way they went about it, I thought it was fine. And the fact that it's potentially Ronda's send-off, I'm good with that. So I understand why Ronda gets that spot, but now she's gone. So you won't have to worry about that in the future. Pac is out for a while with another injury. That I forgot about, Boston. Yes. If the rumors are true, Pac is on the shelf again, which, man, I feel bad for this guy. I mean, if I haven't said it yet, what's up, Boston? I know I'm talking to you, but I don't know if I greeted you. Andy, welcome back. KJ, do you think we will see Roman at Payback on September 2nd? I don't know. Mixed reports on this one. It all depends. I mean, could Roman take Payback off and the focus be Jimmy and Jay? And if Roman is at Payback, who's he fight? Who's he in there with? Or is it Jimmy's turn to get a chance at Roman and then Jay screws Jimmy to just stretch this shit out? I don't know. But as of right now, I don't know what Roman it would do if he was there. And I've heard mixed reports on whether or not he will be there. Born to be wild. Becky is tired and becoming weary. They really didn't want Asuka to win SummerSlam. Okay. Is Hook fishing? Hook is, I got on a train, I think. I don't know where Hook is. Hook very disappointed about losing. Maybe he's on his way to WWE. I have no idea. Well, Nick is in the WWE. I'm sure Mickey. Oh, if Nick Aldis is in the WWE, I'm sure Mickey would be around. It's a possibility. And Nick did say that at Royal Rumble time. He was like, what if the couple comes over? I was like, oh, all right. I was convinced Nick Aldis was going to be a part of it. I love the idea of a Cody Nick Aldis rivalry. And I'm just a big fan of Nick Aldis. I think he would excel on a big stage. And here comes Zoe. Edge may have Rhea in his last match. I believe multiple wrestlers joined Judgment Day to fool us on the match to continue Edge's career. I don't see Edge and Rhea ever getting in a WWE ring for a match. Just the nature of the WWE. And I couldn't imagine that being Edge's standoff. Rhea versus Raquel would be a good one to work towards. 2, but I think Rhea needs one more big win over someone already established before that big one. That one is a big 4 headline match. Well, here's the thing. I do think Raquel's coming sooner than later. I know they're selling her knee's not ready yet. Her knee's not ready yet. Give it a couple weeks. It's very kayfabe. They're just milking it a little bit, but I believe Raquel will challenge Rhea at Payback. That's what I think. All In being better than SummerSlam isn't that hard of a task, in my opinion. There you go, TJ. Like I said, one of the weaker pay-per-views. I mean, we've had some really good pay-per-views. So again, it's not like I rated it a 5 or a 3 out of 10, and it needed to be so much better. It just was good, and it was lacked something. And then the ending kind of put us on our heels a little bit, I believe. I think if the ending would have been stronger or something more holy shit, yeah, I think that was where we got hung up. But overall, yeah, All In, if you sell out this building, or if you got 80,000 plus in this building, yeah, make it count. Make it huge. Stark's playing with the what chant. Nick on a pause at WWE, getting the what going. So we get 2 pay-per-views in September, correct? Yes. We got tons of me and Nick were talking about this before we went live tonight. Like, we got so much coming up. All In's at the end of the month, the 27th. Then the 2nd we get Payback. The All Out is a week after All In. Like, it's crazy, and there's more coming. And here comes, hey, Shayna Basler come walking out. Who would have thunk it? Fly someone back and forth every week. Okay. Oh, look at that. Big. Another milestone. I like it. 2.3K. Can we get to 2.4K? Let's go. We thank everybody for those kind of moments. But yeah, 2.3K on the scoreboard right now for us. And in addition to that, I mean, over 100 likes on this stream. So keep it coming. Keep the love coming. Keep massaging that algorithm, folks. And don't forget, you got that new Instagram heart button on the side. I got that one. Big cheers for Shayna. I'm excited to see how AEW looks in a big stadium. They're very good at adapting arenas of any size for their production. Wonder if they have the same skill for a giant stadium. I'm really intrigued by all of it, Dave. And I know right now I got Shayna talking. Shayna got a huge black eye, by the way. Legit black eye. Wow. I'm really curious about all of it. The stage, the entranceway, the matches they book. I'm very intrigued by everything they do. How big do they go? Do they overshoot because they go too big? I'm excited, man. I really think this is going to be crazy, and I'm looking forward to watching it live with everybody out there. We're a few weeks away, or about 2.5 weeks away, I guess, or 3 weeks away. But we're getting a match. So we're getting Shayna Basler and Zoe Stark one-on-one. Here's Pierce to make it official. We're going to commercial for sure, folks. We're definitely going to a commercial. What do you think about Sheeta and Anna Jay for the AEW Women's Championship Wednesday? Interesting. All right. I mean, I'm good with it. I like Sheeta a lot. I think Anna Jay, with more training and more experience, will only get better. She is a great looking woman. She has shown a willingness to take big bumps, get involved. She doesn't shy away from anything. So, I mean, I'm hoping it's a decent match. I really am. But Tony's got to get to the point where that women's division has some buzz around it, where they're looking forward to the match as opposed to going very quiet during those matches, not really having a lot of build. Like, I feel like Sheeta Anna Jay is only setting up Sheeta and someone else. We will see. Filler BS. MMA match would have been better in an octagon. Yeah, fair enough. I was totally down for a fight pit. Let's go fight pit. Why did Gunther settle on Brady Bunch haircut? He had other choices. You tell him. You go tell him, Unbroken. I'm not telling him. Jay and Solo versus Roman and Jimmy. I don't like it. Not at all.
Here's a story of a handsome KJ who was... Well, you mentioned the Brady Bunch haircut, so I just kind of had to go with it. Yeah, like Shayna's a baby face right now, by the way. In case
she's over.
Y'all didn't want to notice that.
Yeah, that's what happens when you beat up Ronda.
Right. Real quick, though, because as we're in commercial, because I know you talked about this while I was on my pause for the cause here. Okay. So, Royal Rumble. Was SummerSlam better than Royal Rumble?
Slightly, because I hated Royal Rumble.
I say no, but I'll give you that then, I guess.
I didn't like Royal Rumble. I was really bummed out about Royal Rumble.
Elimination Chamber. SummerSlam was not better than Elimination Chamber. No. WrestleMania, clearly not. Clearly not.
Nope.
Backlash in Puerto Rico, no.
No.
Night of Champions in Saudi, no, because that's where we got the Jimmy Hill turn then, where this all shit started.
It's all around goes around.
Money in the Bank, no. SummerSlam was not better than that.
No.
And then we're into SummerSlam. So arguably, SummerSlam, there's one pay-per-view that main roster WWE has put on this year that you could argue it was better than.
That's valid. I mean, it really is. It's in that bottom. Yeah, I'm being a little picky because
and everybody that's going to be like, oh, you're saying a shit. No, that's holding them against their work. They've blown the doors off of everything. Yep. It's you've set this standard, and when you don't live up to that standard, looking at you, Tony Khan, when you fail to meet that, it becomes a bigger black mark, a bigger black eye, as we saw Shayna even have, than it really should be. Well, she took that fucking knee shot from Ronda hard.
Yeah, clearly. Right. No, it was a huge shine on, and you're right. Like I said, I mean, I think for me, I was like, no, it's not shit, but no, it really isn't. But it was you look at the other ones, and I think I gave Royal Rumble like a 6.57 too. So, I mean, again, did I hate it? No, but I was really disappointed with some of the things.
But it's still one of those of you have to look at it and you have to hold it against what they've done, and everything they've done so far has been swinging really for the fences. So when you hit a ground rule double, it feels like you hit a infield single type shit.
Yeah, 100%, and very valid. So, yeah, I mean, All In. They should be aiming for the pay-per-view of the year with All In.
Well, they've hyped it up as, like, even with MJF Adam Cole, which is still the only match advertised, which I don't know how I feel about, because on one hand, I've been an advocate for that Bully Ray theory of just have it be like fucking Taboo Tuesday at Cyber Sunday. If you literally don't know from the start, like we had it with Monday Night Raw. So far, everything with Monday Night Raw has been fairly well. We had no idea what the fuck to expect going in. But imagine this with 80,000 people losing their minds that they're just excited because they're watching wrestling. They're going to pop because they hear a theme song. It doesn't matter if they have a great match, a shit match, whatever.
That's why I said Goldberg. I mean, man, run that.
Goldberg versus Ryback. Just fucking do it.
I'm not going that far. I can't drink that.
End it all. Just end both of them. Just fit complete. Just we don't have to hear from either of them ever again after that point.
If there was ever a match, if there was ever a match that should be on a show called Collision, it would be that one. Just based on
that's more catastrophe.
Yeah.
Damage control fits more apropos with that. There's a couple different names. Collision's on that list, just probably not in the top 5, top 10.
There you go. 2011, both Cena and Punk champions fight it out for one true champion. Now 2023, MJF and Punk champions do it all out in Chicago, my hometown. Yeah. You could do that.
They're not gonna do that. If that would be such an AW thing to do, but please don't do that.
Imagine quick pivot coming out the week after All In, no build, no nothing, MJF versus Punk.
Well, can we just say, and I'll say this, and this is not just because I am clearly a fan of this man or anything. I got the scarf and everything. MJF wins this match versus Cole, whether it's he still gets turned on by Cole or whether he does the turning on, because there's still meat on the bones for him versus Punk. There's not the same call for it if it's Cole versus Punk.
Yes, and real quick, folks, we got Priest talking to Finn and JD McDonough.
Yeah, so we got JD interacting with JD backstage, and it's not a mirror.
Wow, Damien,
you can say whatever you got to say. You can say it in front of him. So see, this is like I said, Finn's out of here as a baby face, and JD is going to be the one that has his back.
Yeah, that's what it definitely seems like.
I'm gonna just make my own path.
Yeah,
you didn't stick to the plan either, did you?
Did you?
The world knows why I was out there.
Maybe it's because of you I lost. Oh, shit.
Why?
You're crowding me right now.
6 feet.
Shayna Basler for the win.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, here's Rhea.
Oh, is he taunting the Money in the Bank briefcase?
Yes.
Rhea, no.
It didn't work. I wonder if they are slow building Shayna to be the one to take the belt from Rhea. That would be believable and a hell of a match. I'm all for that battle.
Oh, absolutely. As long as, especially if you slow build it here, as Rhea's, having to play mediator between these two. But Victor, very much thank you for the super chat saying Samoa Joe versus Punk at All In was added. I have not seen that. I guess I will try and confirm that.
Was that added?
I haven't seen it. I looked at it earlier today, and to me, that what doesn't make a ton of sense.
Was FTR and the Bucks confirmed yet either?
No, that was FTR called out the Bucks for a match, and because we have CMFTR versus the House of Black next week for the trios belts, people are then speculating that we could just extrapolate that into trios match. Of that gives them an excuse, that gives them an out to have that match.
Would you not rather Kenny Osprey? Would you not rather Kenny someone else really cool?
Kenny Punk.
Kenny Punk.
I would rather a tag match and a singles match than a 6-man tag match.
I agree 100%.
Same competitors, everything.
Yeah,
just divvy it up.
Yeah, I don't want the trios match as much.
No, you have too much leeway. You have too much to cover up bullshit. All of that. You have too much of a bullshit out.
Oh no! So Punk FTW Championship on the line at Wembley. Jack Perry versus RVD.
No, that's tomorrow. Or Wednesday. That's gonna be on
Mm-hmm.
Wednesday. When you get to hear the fear I see in the back of your mind. Which shout out Tony Khan, by the way, for ponying up for Walk. Which we know if you are a metalhead or rockhead, anything like that, you know that song is not cheap.
It shouldn't have been, no. Speedy recovery of Sonya Deville. Yeah, Vance, agree with you. Unfortunate circumstances that she suffers the women's tag team hex, and she's out.
Yeah, she got the man cover curse there when it comes to the women's tag titles. But Victor, yeah, I'm looking at the Wikipedia page, and still the only match announced and confirmed for All In is MJF versus Adam Cole. If that match you were talking about with Samoa Joe and Punk has been announced, I'd love to know a source, but I don't have it yet currently.
Yeah, I don't know why, Bash, that you think Punk versus Joe would be a waste of match. I think they're outstanding in the ring together.
I think Bash just doesn't like wrestling at this point. Like, there is no pleasing you.
It's right in his name, Bash, right? We know he's gonna bam some stuff.
Well, or maybe he's a big fan of Bash at the Beach. He's out there. He's like Kevin Nash, and he wants to cannonball into the little side pool that they had and everything.
Right now, I'm pretty sure that J-Boy's just trying to trigger me.
Y2J is wrestling. No, he's something. Wrestling's debatable, but he's something.
It's not wrestling. FTR in the Bucks is also happening at Wembley. Not official yet, Mr. G.
This is, again, like we've talked about. Stop jumping. Every time, this is hopscotch. Every time the fucking dirt sheets say jump, you don't need to fucking jump here. Actually look into the shit, go past the headline, follow it through. And a lot of this stuff is just out there, thrown out there because they know it's going to get clicks and it's going to get attraction versus anything's credible.
We just talked about it with the stipulation for Cody and Brock. Like, nobody of importance said that. It was made up out of thin air, and then people latched onto it and they were mad they didn't get it. And it was like, wait a minute. I didn't tell you to come here for that.
Right.
Like, wait a minute. This is such a weird way. Oldberg versus Ryback, double retirement match to be on AEW Accident.
Yes. Confirmed. I'll confirm that story. As by the way, Shayna looks like an absolute badass. Even when she was out here cutting this promo to Zoe, of like, ooh, that was dog walking a little bit of like, you are outmanned and outgunned, even to a promo with Shayna Basler, who is not carrying heavy artillery on the microphone.
Right. Yeah, it was a bit of a slap fight, but Shayna definitely getting the best of it.
Right. I have a feeling that there will be a successful cash in tonight for Priest, and that will deepen the cracks. Well, I think that would shatter the cracks, let alone deepen them, between Priest and Balor. Balor will eventually be the one to take it off Priest. Ooh.
Oh, if you were going to do that, SummerSlam was the place to do it.
You do that, you strike that, reverse it. You misyell it, you throw it down, you flip it and reverse it. You have Finn win, and then Priest ends up being the one to take the belt off of Finn.
That would be very interesting unto it as well. I thought it would have been really, again, just for the sake of chaos, and I'm a big fan of the chaos, if Finn had beat Seth and then the cash-in happened right on top of his head. Whew. But I want to see him. I still think maybe Finn screws him.
Pause. Okay, there, Mr. KJ Malcolm there of, sometimes Finn just finds a way.
Finn again could do it.
All right. Balor looked kind of stupid at the end of that match. Why?
A little.
Joe just laid out the challenge to Punk at Collision, nothing confirmed.
Yeah.
So he laid it out 2 days ago? Like, he didn't just lay it out. Like, this is 2 days old.
He's mulling it over.
The flies are starting to fucking gather on this shit a little bit. Just saying.
What'd Money say? I believe everything anyone tells me every time.
Dave Meltzer loves you.
Meltzer says thank you.
I was going to say, Meltzer says hello and thank you for renewing your subscription to the Wrestling Observer Network message board.
Mike Clayton, WrestleQuest only wrestling RPG to have Uncle Dave in it.
Is he an elf or an orc or something fucking disfigured and disgruntled in that fucking game? Because I feel like that's the only thing that would be fitting. He can't be an oracle or fucking knight or whatever, how he probably view himself. We're talking a wrestling RPG game.
Yeah.
He's fucking Gollum in that shit, 100%.
Right,
Dave Meltzer is Gollum of Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. I believe everything anybody tells me. Got that one. Rocco, I agree with you. Joe just laid it out. We got that. FTR versus TYB may as well be official with FTR calling for it. Imagine it was just them being them.
If it was that easy, it would have happened 1 little, 2 little, 3 little, 4 times, 5 little, 6 little, 7 times. That's right. The thing is, this has been waiting to happen. Mm-hmm. We joked and talked about at length when the trios belts were created, that was the reason they were created, so the Bucks could have a reason to avoid having the match with FTR.
Yeah, the whole situation was disappointing unto itself, and we saw them the night that they came out and they were trying to, kind of work their angle, and everybody was chanting FTR, and you could tell they weren't happy about it. And I don't know, people don't want to hear this stuff, but it exists. It's there's been a childishness.
It's the truth, damn it.
Yeah, there's been too much smoke to that fire to not believe the house is burning. So it is something that they have to get better at and mature. And they just re-signed. Do what's best for your company. Put your egos to the fucking curb a little bit. And if you are as good as you tell everybody you are, then you'll prove it. But you haven't. So show up or shut up.
Have a fantastic match with no weapons, and please tell me and show me when that happens.
Yeah.
By the way, FTR versus Bucks was on Collision. I did hear it on the dirt sheets. Well, it didn't happen on Collision.
I did hear it on the dirt sheets.
Of course. Of course, the dirt sheets are always the source. But we do know for a fact, at least on Wednesday, we're getting the Hardys versus the Young Bucks. So we're getting the originators of the high spots versus the second generation, the generation me of the high spots, if you would say.
Right.
And if anyone got that reference, good on you.
Right. Making the challenge pretty much confirms it's happening. 9 times out of 10, you're very correct, Dave. It's not very often somebody goes on TV and says, I want to fight so-and-so, and it doesn't.
Yeah, because we that's AEW is just always known for consistently staying to fucking storylines and logic and reasoning. They're one and the same. What?
This match is still going. It's been long. Crowd, not bad though. Overall,
it's been a commercial break.
And by the looks of it, like Shayna, she's got an arm in a brace, she's got her wrist in a brace, you're in a cast.
Well, A-Town even says Shayna's the tough SOB, all bruised up and having a shiner on an eye. Well, shit, yeah.
She took out.
Everybody knows Josh Barnett for Bloodsport and everything. Pretty much his star pupil was Shayna Basler.
Yep.
That's literally where the Queen of Spades and everything came from, is from Josh Barnett. So if there's somebody that's going to actually be tough as nails when it comes to the women's division in WWE, it's Shayna goddamn Basler.
Oh, and it should be. Like, that's been her persona. And what she had in NXT was amazing. Like,
what she had in UFC, I pulled for, honestly, on The Ultimate Fighter, because she is she's a submission specialist 100%, but she's a legit tough as nails motherfucker.
Zoe trying to use a bit of Shayna's. Shayna looks rough, man. Like, she looks like she's slugging through this. This match is long as fuck.
Bro, you got a shiner. You probably can't see it from any sort of peripheral over here. You got a cast. You got a brace. You got anything and everything. You got all the aches, the
gut wrench.
I got a super kick from Zoe here.
I think you would. By the way, Becky's been at ringside or at commentary, not talking to the commentators, just drinking lemonade. Why would she not have a little bit of
that? Becky's good at that. If she was kind of, taking a jab of, I'm going to just make some lemonade with all these lemons I've been given. She put that out there around SummerSlam.
FTR came from.
Oh, yeah, I don't know why.
Oh, we got him.
You're ahead of me because I got Zoe throwing hands.
It's too
springboard into nothing.
That's a money match.
The Karafuda clutch, the Kata Hajime, the Coquina clutch gets dumped out on the outside.
Yeah, Dave, I agree with a lot of what you have to say on this one. Is if you are doing FTR versus the Young Bucks, or if you're doing CMFTR versus the Elite, you have to swing. Like, you got to take time and milk every dollar out of this, because it's your money marquee shit. And I think it is an opportunity to put the Bucks and the Elite like in that mainstream holy shit we're talking about them level.
Well, shouldn't that be what the EVPs are always at that level, though? Why do we need for them to get propped up? That just reeks of terrible storytelling.
No, tell it well and show that you can do it. And there you go, Basler with the W. And Becky spitting all over the place.
Oh. Like a modified, she's doing the Triple H with the lemonade. Wow.
Yeah.
What the fuck? But yeah, that's like a modified angle slam there a little bit. What Shayna just hit for the 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
It's all about the backs and how you play it. It's all about control. And then you play 2-1, 1 and 2, 2-1, 2-1, 3-0. I challenge you on that. Speaking of the Ultimate Fighter, I know someone who was on it. He lives in my town, and I used to be good friends with his cousin, Skeletor Joe Giante.
Jeanette. Oh, wait, we got something happening. We got problems. Shinsuke not happy again, by the way, but somebody's getting beat up. Oh, Nick. Oh, Nick. There is a twist coming.
A twist and a turn.
JD just beat up Sami Zayn. So Sammy is going to need replaced tonight. Hi, I am Nick Aldis. Reginald.
Oh. That's... What the fuck? Hey, what the fuck is going on with Sammy's elbow? That man has a golf ball hidden in his elbow.
Right?
And B, which is more confusing? Jimmy turning on Jay or that turn right there? Because I don't know. Is this JD setting up to where he's going to be involved, or he's just trying to help out his buddy Finn?
Yeah.
Is Nick Aldis going to show up? Are we waiting for an opportunity? Like,
somebody's going to have to fill that spot. Now,
Inspector Clouseau couldn't figure out the fucking answers to these questions.
I mean, I do think JD is doing it on behalf of Judgment Day, trying to show people where his loyalties lie.
Down since day one. I've been down.
Right? So I think he's trying to show Finn that, he wants to be a part of the solution, that, he's looking out for him. And now I do imagine this could open the door for Sami Zayn to need a replacement. Could be anybody.
But who could that replacement be? Let's guess. Fun fact, by the way, I think it was Boston saying about how he had a buddy that was on the Ultimate Fighter. I did as well, actually, on Spencer Page on Ultimate Fighter season 31. Grew up right around the corner from me. Yeah.
Right on.
Small world.
That elbow looks nasty.
I told you, got a fucking golf ball in that shit. Randy Orton, says JV.
This is a good
one. I hear voices.
This one's a good one. His epidermis is showing.
No, that was Brock when he faced Cody. His epidermis was almost all the way showing.
Right.
Speaking of showing, though, I see about almost 50 people kicking around right now. We've had about 60 plus people showing up here. And I know I haven't seen 60 different names show up in the chat here and everything. So at least say hi, how you doing? Be a friend, tell a friend, drop a hi, drop a like, drop just even a wave, just a single letter if you're too shy.
Yeah, get in there. Don't be shy. The channel for fans, by fans. And don't miss out, folks. We got so much more coming your way. We're here all week long, 7 days a week, and most weeks. And if you go down, check all the links below, even get yourself a snazzy t-shirt. But we appreciate it, like Nick said earlier, or just past 2.3K subs organically, no bullshit, just coming in here day in, day out.
Our shit is real, our shit is raw, our shit is authentic. When you talk about that wrestling, you better put that for life. Well, I got a whole idea for a t-shirt, by the way. Side note, but we'll get there. But continue promo. I didn't mean to cut you
off. New prediction, JD and Finn. Well, I mean, this could be the twist of it all. Like, again, we don't really know, but Finn, it looks like he's siding with JD somewhat.
When did M. Night Shyamalan start working for WWE? Because we've got fucking twist upon twist upon twist, and now they're starting to not make fucking sense here. Like fucking
what
Jimmy
doesn't make sense for you? On the JD one, what doesn't make sense for you? Like, what is...
I'm not saying specifically on that one. I'm just saying we're just starting to add twist on twist on twists.
Ah, they're building story. I like this one with JD.
We're out here like, come on, baby, let's do the twist.
Yeah. No, with the JD jumping.
Russo is working backstage as a consultant.
There you go.
We're gonna end up breaking that story here in the next week or two.
Yeah, no, with JD trying to align some way with Finn. I'm okay with what they're trying to do. We're giving JD a bit of a role. We'll see if he's involved in the main event at all, and we'll wonder again. I'm assuming we're going to go back to medical and find out that Sammy can't go tonight.
Could this be a way of, on one hand, well, KO can't go, and we didn't have shit for you as a singles competitor outside of you guys as a tag team, so you're both going to kind of end up on the bench. And what if, like you said initially, you said it joking, but what if this is an entryway for a guy like a Nick Aldis?
Yeah.
To all of a sudden he makes a debut. Well, we don't know who we're going to have. Who's going to keep the peace here? Who's going to be the third? And out comes Nick Aldis.
Yeah, I think it's a possibility. I'm Aldis or somebody. Well,
Rocco says, Mr. McIntyre, what are you doing in my swamp?
That'd be interesting.
Daniel, what up, my guy? Any rumors? Well, I know you've already asked me about Kyrie. I was going to say, you've already asked me about Kyrie showing up, which we can expect that early to / end of September because she's finishing up her Japanese dates before she hops over.
True. New prediction. JD and Finn start a new thing. I could see that. I mean, why not? To put together something to take on Judgment Day.
Right. Well, Kenny says JD and Aldis. Aaron asking, do we think that they could be forced to relinquish the tag titles, or does it just cause them to split them like we've been asking them to do? Or at least
I don't know if they're going to split them anytime soon. But yeah, I mean, if you can't defend them,
one can hold.
You got to give them up.
Oh, but did you miss them? Did anyone really miss them not being at SummerSlam?
I mean, I missed the fact that if they were in SummerSlam, it probably would have been a really, really good tag team match.
But that's because they're really, really good wrestlers.
So I did miss them in that report.
Right,
so,
you missed the wrestlers, not the fucking titles.
No, but wait, what?
As in, if even if that was Sammy and KO versus whoever, regardless of titles, granted that does add a bit of a clout to it. Of it still, you said you liked it, you missed it because it would have been a really good match.
Yeah, I mean,
the match isn't bearing on the title. The match is bearing on who's in the match.
But a title match for those particular titles would have been good by me. Like, I like when they're involved. I don't like them being left off major pay-per-views.
Who would you would have had them with a match at SummerSlam that would have felt like a credible, a valid, a warranted tag title match?
I mean, that's probably why
they're not being healthy.
What's that?
I said barring KO being healthy.
As we go here, I'm trying to play along. Yes. I don't even know what you're fucking asking anymore. But yeah, I mean, there's not a whole lot going on. I think that's why they're not sweating not having them on SummerSlam. I'm disappointed for that exact same reason.
Anyways,
I want it there. You need a division.
We got Otis versus Ludwig, and if anyone was asking which side of the Barbenheimer spectrum Otis fell on, it's very much on the Barbie level here, because that shirt is all the way Barbie.
Otis for the win, Kaiser for the win, Otis.
I like how they're putting Otis, but we're still reading it as Otis because I've just coined him as Otis now.
Right, great point. I don't know what he said. Oh, did y'all forget that Lesnar is now chummy chum with Rhodes and with the man down? Wouldn't it make sense that Lesnar, since Raw is from the great city of Minneapolis? Hey, not a bad show.
That's not a bad show.
Hey, buddy. Yeah.
As long as he has doesn't have his decomposable trunks on, we should be good to go.
Yeah, I mean, it would be very interesting, but again, generally you don't get Brock in tag matches.
Well, no, still, I mean, it's a hop, skip, and a jump. It is in Minneapolis. You're telling me you're not going to pop a bit if you've got The Judgment Day out there, you've got Seth, you've got Cody, and then, well, we need to find another partner. Who could it be? Dun, 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 dun,
The match
dun,
is over.
dun,
That's the only
dun,
problem.
dun.
Match is over. Right?
I don't know. I mean, it's how will they coexist on both sides? And you're telling me seeing Finn Balor or Dominic Mysterio get thrown from fucking pillar to post
I don't
by
think
Brock Lesnar is not going to get a huge pop with how much of a negative he's got?
You're assuming I didn't say that. Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, but yeah, I mean, the match is over. You bring this big guy out, but at the end of the day, I think it'll be fucking huge. Then maybe he just turns on Seth and decides he wants to battle Seth.
I want the belt now.
I'm tired of you, Cody. We're friends now. I'm going after Seth.
Right. He's my friend. You said he's not your friend, so he's not my friend. Brock smash.
Ludwig for the win. I think I got that one.
Kaiser for the win. Vici interferes. Yeah, what about the bald guy? Jinder versus Rollins in India. What?
Jinder versus Rollins in India, possibly.
Could be. I was due one good call. There you go, Jamie. At least you admitted it. Terrence, the Street Profits are back now, and they're with Bobby Lashley. Yes, we watch wrestling too.
It's over.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, okay. But now they're jumping Otis and the General.
And they're all wearing burgundy too, like the fucking commentators. What's up with the fucking burgundy shit tonight? Sorry. Side note. Minnesota? This could be the vitamins, but everyone's wearing like burgundy.
As the two men in pink stand there and stare at the men in burgundy.
Right. Well, yeah, everyone's wearing off shades of red.
Yeah, there you go. The big chance for Gable again. I like it. That's where I want Brock's music. Come out and have Brock go after Gunther. We've been waiting for that one.
That was supposed to happen at WrestleMania, remember? You imagine that happens. No, Sammy just got his ass whooped.
Sammy could be Sammy.
Well, Sammy's going to do what Sammy does.
Right. Imperium versus Judgment Day would be interesting for Survivor Series. Interesting.
Be heel versus heel, though. Like, that's the thing. Who do you cheer for? Do you just cheer for one or the other just because you prefer what?
It's just looking at this elbow, and I think that's his natural elbow. He's sticking it.
Yeah, but I'm just saying though, that's the closest I've ever seen this, and this man is straight up hiding a golf ball there. Like, that's disturbing.
Jackie Redmond here with
skeletons don't look like that.
No.
Oh, and I like it's the team of the baby faces here. Cody and Seth going to check up on them.
Yeah, but they're not getting along at all. And the one guy that was keeping them in check is now hurt.
Yeah, but I don't dislike this. To me, this makes sense. If this was even, you could slide this into any time frame. This could kind of make sense of the two baby faces that were not friends, because think about it. We know the history between Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes. Cody's up 3-0 on Seth.
Yeah, definitely. So Shinsuke stepping in to volunteer?
Doing double duty? Why?
Really?
What? Interesting. I don't know.
He's got a heel turn face on right now, though.
Still, like we talked about, you couldn't make a call to another. Where's Shelton Benjamin? I'll take Shelton Benjamin out here with the fucking pop in Minnesota and everything.
Yeah.
Wait, no stopping me. No. All that.
Here comes the Miz. I didn't like that look. Yeah, see, I'm with you, JV. Naka is the fix. Naka gonna cost them the match.
So are people going to say that Nakamura is going to join Judgment Day? Is that what we're going to say here?
No, I wouldn't go that far. I think he could go and kick Seth in the head just because he wants the belt.
So we actually get a heel turn that doesn't tie into the faction that is also a heel involved with this? That would be a first?
I'm trying
to where
connect all
Naka would establish himself as a heel, independent of having to be involved with the faction that is also a heel involved in the match.
Absolutely.
There we go. I know I explained that a little bit, like, you know,
it was just like heel on heel action
at this time. We're going at this velocity, and this train leaves here at that time.
Like fucking Zach Galifianakis, which is
all of the math equations flying by.
Fucking Rain Man over
this
here.
Isn't a botch; it's a man satchel.
Yeah, right. But yeah, I mean, Naka versus Seth as a rivalry would be fun. It'd be worth it for me.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I think in ring quality wise, I think it works perfectly.
Mm-hmm. JD will attack Nakamura. That would be funny. I'm down.
We just start getting that to be. I mean, we've still got probably at least a half hour before that match. At least we get the introductions and everything. So he's still got another half an hour. We get another maybe 15 minutes that they can try and find another partner, and that's where they decide on Lesnar.
Or like, you know, Lesnar just shows up, pushes him out of the way, and is like, "Get a life, kid." Dun, dun, dun.
And well, that it works on multiple layers. Lesnar's layers. Because you've got the history. We had the greatest heist of the century, to where Seth Rollins cashed in on Brock Lesnar. We know that whole history.
Right.
The Beast Slayer, all of that. And now we've obviously got the whole history between Cody Rhodes and Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, absolutely. Shinsuke Finn turn heel. I agree, man. He definitely gave us that heel vibe.
Well, I think he's been tiptoeing. He's been, you know, high stepping. Michael Jackson, I guess, laying out there along the line of being a heel here.
I'm going to get out of the swamp.
Yeah, you're going to take a pause for the cause here. As I'm in commercial break right now, as we're just on the precipice of the second hour of Monday Night Raw. So let me know what you're thinking, folks, of the fallout from SummerSlam. Is it a good Monday Night Raw? Is it a great Monday Night Raw? Is it better than SummerSlam? Is it setting up what we want it to set up down the line coming out of SummerSlam? Let me know what you're thinking. LA Knight for one night. Could be. Yeah. I mean, that's a guaranteed win right there, and that's a guaranteed huge pop. Yes, layers. Ogres, layers, Lesnar, layers, Samoan, layers. But during the 6-man tag, Wade Barrett gets on the mic and tells everyone he's got some bad news, and we get the return of Nexus. Yeah, but that doesn't fit at all into that. I think everyone just wants a return of Nexus, or a new Nexus, or at this point, a new Nexus. Or even so, yeah. So they've made it official. Right now, it is Nakamura, Rollins, and Cody versus Balor, Damian, and Dom, with Rhea at ringside. But everybody still thinks Wade could have one more match, all of that. But I don't think we really need to push that. And the Nexus is still always going to have that taint attached to it because of, you know, how it went with John Cena. As we're getting a replay of the Slim Jim Battle Royal. Oh, is this going to be, we're setting up a Miz versus LA Knight feud as to who is the face of Slim Jim? What? This is going to be, what was it? It was Edge and somebody. Was it Edge and Eddie Guerrero? Or was like Edge and Tajiri? There, I remember that being a feud to where they were fighting over, Edge and Kurt Angle may have been it, to where they were fighting over who was going to be the face of a Japanese shampoo commercial here. I really hope this is what we get with LA Knight and Miz. A smirk is an evil grin. Naka had a big smirk on his face. What is he, the fucking Grinch who stole Christmas? I smirk all the time. What you trying to say about me? What? Excuse me. Average Monday Night Raw, Alexis. Okay. But it is still average at this point, better than what it was. I'll ask that. Side note question. But I got Miz cutting a promo right now Finn, JD, Barrett, who else? Drew, why? Or are we trying to form a faction here? As we're getting, instead of what chance, we're getting yeah chance. And I dig it. Sammy, the best ham and eggers in the world. I'd argue there's a few ham and eggers there on the WWE roster, especially when it comes to Monday Night Raw. Is that green eggers and ham? Why? Possible, JV. The Miz with the mic. When my hand goes up, your mouth goes shut. What? Got that. Miz looks red. Yeah, well, he wouldn't even shake my hand. Yeah, he's a little, I don't know if it's a sunburn or just overly tan or all of the extra emotion here, but he's got the rosy cheeks. So we're getting LA Knight. Let me talk to you. Whose game is it? Wrestling for life. Be a friend, tell a friend, like, share, and subscribe. But we're getting LA Knight coming out right now. You know, the yeah and the oh yeah on the Macho Man Slim Jim commercials. We're getting LA Knight coming out right now. And I get everybody at times will try and knock him over and compare him to The Rock, and compare him to Stone Cold. Yeah, but the fact that you're even comparing to him, you're comparing him to them, is a fucking blessing for him, because it shows what he's doing, that he's on that caliber, that you can draw that comparison. It's like, love it or hate it with LeBron or Kobe or however you feel, of the fact that if you're comparing them to the 1A, the 1B to Jordan, whether you like it or not, they're at least in that conversation now. You validated that they're in that conversation. But LA Knight has been nothing but a groundswell, and I'm glad that hopefully, thankfully, it seems to be, even though it's been delayed, that WWE is not going to completely throw this away and embrace it. As even halfway does the past day of like, boop. We're getting a pop for Let Me Talk to You. So let me know who you were taking here. I guess if this becomes a match, let me know who you're feeling. Who would you take as the OG on this? As I say that, and LA Knight just has to move his hand, and there you go, LA Knight. Yeah. But let me know what you're feeling about this. Let me know who you're taking here. We've got The Miz and we've got LA Knight. Yeah. In the ring right now, having a promo off. Shout out to LA Knight coming out here in the Timbs, by the way. Yeah, let's go. Knight needs to be on Raw full time. My mind will not be changed. No, he just needs to be on TV full time. That's really what it is. He doesn't need to be on these digital exclusives. He just shows up and beat up some jobbers and leaves type shit anymore. That's what it is. Be a friend, tell a friend, smack a friend. What? Well, no, you just let him know that we are the Smack Talkers, Skywalkers, and we got a Mike Saber for a couple of haters. What? There you go. That's what you tell him. LA Knight, a SmackDown star, but he's on Raw. Rest in peace, brand split. Vance, I'm waiting for KJ, but that shit has been dead and buried. That shit has been buried, dug up, buried, dug up, buried. That shit has been in and out of a casket more than The Undertaker, I feel, at this point, honestly. Need a little excitement? Snap into a Slim Jim. Oh, yeah. Dig it. Yeah, dig it. As the crowd is chanting tiny balls right now at the Miz. Pause. Why? Miz ain't lying now. Why? Oh, so we're going to get personal here. LA Knight saying you don't want to make this personal. Miz saying, oh, personal. This has been personal for 20 years. Why? Miz is just unleashing. He's trying to do his best anger at Daniel Bryan shit of, I took this personal since I was kicked out of the locker room. Miz, this shit don't have nothing to do with this guy. This would have mattered 10 times over again.
This is why Miz works, especially up against LA Knight. And you're trying to put this shine on this brand new up and coming babyface who blew up on his own. Putting him in this angle works because, I mean, Miz
so
is
personal it is.
Period. Yeah, and he'll cut a good promo.
What have I been doing for the last 20 years? That's a good question. I become a dangerous man.
Miz for the win. Stop that.
I've done everything I needed to do on the outside to claw my way in on the outside looking in. This really works because I've even, as much as at times I think he's annoying. Sam Roberts, shout out. I saw him mention a while ago of LA Knight needs to actually come out here and tell his story and explain why, outside of catchphrases, why we need to be behind him.
Yep.
And this is it to the nth degree. Yep. This works amazingly.
Yeah, and I think Miz delivers that to you. And I know I saw the comments about the draft. We talked about it when Mick was on a pause of, even Boston in the chat was like, we give up. Like, what the fuck? Can't defend this shit anymore. It doesn't exist. Why do it?
You know why? Nah. Because I'm a dangerous man.
Nah.
I don't take no mess. Dummy. What? Is it so interesting that you could literally like swap Miz out with like Grayson Waller, swap LA? Like there's so many people that are like all kind of fit the same mold. And it's like the rushing nesting dolls of like, all right, which one's which now?
A little bit, yeah.
Well, I'm just saying they all have generic Caucasian douchebag male aesthetic there.
Oh, you gained a couple. Dang, what a line by the Miz Attitude Era.
Hey, look, you gained a couple. Good job.
Cosplay in my ring. Yep. I played devil's advocate. WWE never said.
And Miz taking umbrage with being called a stepping stone. I do like this though, because this is a vet who's paid his dues of that's why everybody thought that WWE was going to be sour on him versus a guy that's literally been born and bred in this WWE system and has had to fucking grind it out. Like you said, this is really from the heart of hearts. This is the perfect way to go with this. This is polar opposites. This is Darth Vader, Obi-Wan Kenobi a bit.
Why don't you prove me wrong? I ain't going nowhere. So, hey. But Miz gets worked up. And look, like Miz, jack it off. I'm sick of this shit. No, Miz.
By the way, to enunciate, the Miz's jacket is off. He's not jacking it off.
Hey, I said what I said.
I said what I said.
The Miz is outstanding. I'm with you.
I'm really down for this feud. Like this really, this is wait, but it really made me fucking compelled to it.
I want to listen to all this cheering while I read JV's comment. Apparently, he's got his shit on mute.
Why? I can't hear you. Why?
Miz all over him.
This promo is like,
Nah, I don't feel that way. I mean, Aldis and JV both felt similar.
But is that because, honestly, I feel like at this point, BFT, as Miz was going for the skull-crushing finale, is that just you want to just go against what people are for? Honestly, I feel a little bit at this point because you kind of really can't deny this.
It was exactly what you said. I mean,
you can be an AW show and shout out whose game is it or just go, yeah, and they'll fucking pop.
Yeah, it gave the opportunity to finally tell his side of I scratched and clawed. I'm not just, generic wrestler number 3. I have a story. I'm somebody, and these fans fucking love me, and this is why they love me. And Miz is the perfect guy to go against and say, I don't give a shit. And, Valhalla. Earlier. All the promos today were earlier today on Raw. They had a busy earlier today.
Well, yeah, we've got Valhalla and the Hot Topic Raiders.
Okay.
Why are they saying it in sync? This is creepy. It's a glorious campaign. You've taken nothing but L's. So the gods told you you're just going to you're going to have to eat a lot of L's first before you get to dub.
You're going to lose to everybody. That's what
you're going to lose to everybody and then maybe win it over somebody.
Yes.
Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me when I'm telling lies.
I can't even argue with that logic.
Like I said, we got Valhalla coming out right now. What in the name of Siri was that voiceover though?
Ooh, who will they face live? It's a surprise. Nick Aldis and Davey Smith Jr.
Nick Aldis and Bobby Roode, just please,
yes, do it.
Something to make this relevant because who else is not excited?
Do it.
Yeah, do it. Listen to me.
Oh, fucking hell. Where is Angel and Humberto? NXT.
BFT, blunt force trauma on The Miz. Yes, The Miz is boring nowadays. I never liked the guy. So, see, you had people saying they didn't like LA on this. I think you're going to like who you like with this, but I think that this really works on both levels because Miz got a bit back to that Daniel Bryan, that talking smack of just being honestly, genuinely pissed off about the situation.
Yeah, and I thought The Miz was good in this.
Yeah, and then it gave LA Knight a chance to explain himself outside of just, let me talk to you. You know, you make YouTube videos for 14-year-old girls and just catchphrase. He got to explain no, I've been grinding and I put in the dues outside of here. You made it yourself so no one can hear what you say. Yeah.
It's probably for the best. No, but he literally has that, The Miz is the guy that doesn't give a shit and is going to tell you how everything he's done has, outdone everything or anything that the LA is going to bring to the table. And Miz has the ability to get personal, to, break that fourth wall, to talk about you're a flavor of the month. You're an attitude era cosplayer.
Well, and it even goes into like with AW when they referenced The Miz around MJF when it was MJF and CM Punk, and then Edge drew into attention of they're mentioning your name on other promotions and stuff. Like that's the thing is, love him or hate him, The Miz does have a history is established in WWE. Right.
Well, you're not wrong. Absolutely. The Raiders versus Gallus. Interesting. Come on, give me some other good predictions. Who are the Raiders going to face?
Didn't we have someone say earlier that this was going to be, Minneapolis, don't you dare be sour.
I think that's the right answer.
It's got to be Xavier and Kofi then.
That would make sense. Veer and Shanky. It's actually Veer and Sanga.
Yeah, be into sure.
Yeah, Shanky danced his ass.
I was gonna say, don't worry, we're still into sure.
We're into sure, but we're still
unsure as to the whereabouts of Shanky. There you go. You got where I was going with the joke.
Yeah, we're into sure about that for sure.
Yeah.
Make Pete Dunne good again. Yeah, amen.
That's a campaign in the U.S. I can get behind.
Yeah, amen. Yeah, can we start hashtag Save Pete Dunne?
Yeah, let's see if we can get hashtag wrestling, hashtag Save Pete Dunne, and hashtag Fire Meltzer all trending tonight.
Yeah, let's fucking go. Kofi is back with the New Day, says James.
Oh, Wrestling for Life universe. Don't you dare be sour. You better hit that like, share, and subscribe.
Viewer discretion is advised.
I still just got, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. That's almost more haunting.
A crowd of 59,100.
Crowd of 5.
A crowd of 5.
A massive crowd of 5 people with attendance for SummerSlam. Yes,
Right.
just under 60,000 people were in attendance for SummerSlam this year. Daniel saying the New Day, Bunker saying in the sure. I would have preferred if he just came out and humiliated Miz. Yeah, but he needs something to go with.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. Like, that's valid. I mean, you want him to tell his story because then all he is the shticks. All he is the Rock ripoff, the Stone Cold ripoff. But now he has a unique story to himself that he gets to tell through this angle. I'm okay with it. Oh, we got quiet. Who is it?
As the man of 1,000
it's a New Day. Yes, it is.
A New Day. Yes, it is. Oh, Wrestling for Life Universe. Don't you dare be sour. Clap for your undisputed tag team champions of the world.
The New Day have returned. The New Day have returned.
We got Kofi and Xavier. Now, interesting that they don't have matching gear. Interesting. Well, they're matching-ish. They're like kind of...
They're matching-ish.
They're like the color swap.
Yeah. I like this one. Raiders versus the Chiefs. Wrong Monday.
I'll take the Chiefs in that one, 100%.
Oh,
thank God. Mahomes and Kelsey any day.
Bonkers. Thank God it was not Dolph and Apollo.
Who the fuck?
Got a New Day win. Yeah, we'll take a W here, folks.
New Day rocks. New Day rocks. I was about to puss. I'm going to stay for this match.
What about Bob?
I've got Xavier and Eric. Leave Eric.
Yeah.
Back body drop. Kofi. Springboard crossbody. One.
Viking jobber screwed again.
Day rocks.
Ding.
New Day rock. I've been told you this shit. New Day. I'm going to do this whole match.
Oh, it's all New Day to start this one off, folks.
It's a new day. Yes, it is. One.
New Day for the M. What is the M, Damien? New Day for the M.
This is the M. My this is going all like Apocalypse Now. Like this is the
Wait,
but now this is a question. Has New Day, with their time off, their pause for the cause, have they knocked off that New Day stink? Like, do they, like, if they came back here and they start going at Sammy or KO for the tag titles, or they start getting involved in prominent tag matches?
Oh, shit.
Does it feel fresh, or does it still feel like it's got that old funk? That old,
you know what?
Funk you up.
Before the injury, I felt like I was there with the New Day. Like, I'm not thrilled to see the New Day still be the New Day. And maybe I'm in the minority, but it's been a long run of them slapping around and jumping around and just fuck. It's old. It's old as shit.
I will give you that, and I think that's more of at times a little bit of a detriment to what they want with this group, with this faction, is that they want it to always be the New Day. Like, they personally don't want a New Day split and everything like that. They don't want to break it up. So I think it's bound and determined to it's going to run its course. It's going to be exponentially harder to find a way to keep this fresh.
I would agree. Like, I mean, even before the injury, like I said, I was kind of like, man, it would be kind of cool if like Xavier took a turn or something surprising.
Give me Apollo Creed.
Yeah, maybe something.
Give Kofi back the accent, goddammit.
Go back to Jafakin, would you?
SOS. I hear them shouting. SOS. By the way, I was a fan of Kofi more for that than I was.
More than?
Oh, absolutely. I'm out here with the vitamins. Of course I want to cheer for the fucking Jamaican Rastafari.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Jason's on the same wavelength as me as far as I'm sorry, KJ and Nick. I'm not a fan of the New Day. Their gimmick and this tag team has run its course a long time ago. Chin chin, completely agree. We're going to commercial.
I was gonna say, I think that's what we were just talking about. I was having a tornado DDT on air from Xavier.
Oh, no, we're not. No, we're not. I thought we were.
Honestly, though, have we
Well, like
been
a commercial spot.
void of commercials a good bit tonight?
Right?
That being said, we've kind of not had too many commercial breaks.
Kofi on
the whole
fire.
first hour was commercial free. Just they had their commercials instead of the other people's.
TLD Woods. That's what I was hoping for. Woods heel turn confirmed. Look at the gear. There you go. There you go. He's like, we see it all the time in this company.
Right.
Yeah, you break up the Usos, bring back the New Day. It seems not like a fair trade.
A soul
I know.
for a soul.
Right, I guess.
We're going all MCU here. Like I said, Thanos and Gamora here. Hawkeye and Black Widow. A soul for a soul. Dude,
oh, here we go.
Hey, Russ.
SOS.
Hey, Russ.
Ah!
It's amazing that Ivar's as athletic, as big as he fucking is.
Oh, he can move for a big
Right,
fella.
two count.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Junk in the face.
I said 2 count, and you're like, that's unfortunate. Oh, yeah. I've never had a top rope teabag. I don't want to have a top rope teabag.
Especially like 8 minutes into a match with Ivar.
Yeah, especially with a guy who looks like that. That's all sweaty and shit.
Get out of my swamp.
Right. It's like taking a fucking stink face from Rikishi after a fucking 40-minute match. Like, no, thank you.
Oh, wow. Hurricane Rana. Oh, spinning kick. Replace Big E for Odyssey.
Spinning back heel kick.
You replace Big E with Odyssey. Come on now. Trouble in Paradise, and the Vikings are screwed. Oh! Oh my God. There you go. Long distance elbow.
I still call that the Zoidberg elbow. And if you're a WCPW fan or a Martin Kirby fan, you know exactly why that's the Zoidberg elbow.
Right. Oh my God. Okay, so the New Day are back. Big elbow. Xavier Wood with
New Day Rocks.
That's it. Xavier flying through the air, the hair puffed right out, looking. I feel pretty. Oh, so pretty.
I feel witty and stunning, and
yay!
And I pity any girl who is me today. La 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 la.
I didn't know he knew the whole song, folks.
Don't set me up for shit, motherfucker.
I knew.
Don't throw
don't put a quarter in the piggy
down the pipe if you don't expect me to knock that shit out in the park.
Oh, Shayna Basler giving Becky shit.
Jesus, Shayna looks like
now
that I'm seeing her here, like shit.
She had a rough week.
You had a fucking rough weekend, girl. Put the tequila down.
She's braced on her arm. The bars. She's braced on her arm. She has a cast. Her black eye is gnarly. She went through some shit.
Yeah, but that's more terrifying. Like, think about it. You already know she could probably tap you out, and now she's out there confronting you, looking like she's been through the desert on a horse with no name. And still gonna tap you out. That's scary,
right? Oh, big. And so now I'm getting a replay from Friday. So they're kind of breaking down what to expect on SmackDown. 3-2, 3-2, 5-0. Larry on a roll.
Well, there were some people calling it a question earlier. I don't know if we addressed it. But there were some people calling it a question earlier. The validity and the judiciary system when it comes to deciding the championship.
Yeah, a KJ arbitrary tiebreaker was needed to decipher it. Louis had a wicked night. And Dale gets the nod as the next champion. We're still yet to have a defending champion, and with all the pay-per-views we cover, that belt will be on the line again. So Louis, don't go anywhere.
I was gonna say, well, we've had double champs before, so I'm surprised we didn't go back there.
Listen, whose team are you on?
Nobody's.
There you go. With a flamethrower.
Right.
New Day wins.
Yeah.
When they bought War Machine into NXT, they were super over. They made the main roster, and their careers went in the toilet. This pisses me off.
It's
you know
almost
what?
like I've been saying this for months now.
Well, dude, it's been so long of bitching about this that I've come to the point of not giving a fuck. Like
Right.
I don't care. Like
I was there at the Hot Topic Raiders, and you just kept it going. I was like, nope, we're done here. I'll take my ass off this bus.
Even before that, like when they go all the way over to Saudi and get jumped in the aisleway, don't even make it to their match. They're these big bad Vikings, and being stomped as if you were in the match prevented you from being in the match. It was just sadness after sadness after. They were undefeated everywhere. And Vince and crew said, we'll show you. We'll make up for 4 years of not losing.
Exactly. Now you're going to take all the L's.
Right? Like, fuck. And they're supposed to be, you got all these creepy fucking, promos and Valhalla. And they're like, dude, let them win something.
Anything at this point, anything. I don't even know if they won their stipulation match to where they had half the boat attached to the ring and everything. I don't think they won that one either.
Yeah, they might have. I feel like
that tells you how relevant that we don't know.
Yeah, no, it wasn't relevant at all.
Exactly.
Shayna looks like she just got back from storming the beaches in Normandy. Jesus. Becky's popularity continues to grow. There you go.
How the fuck do you follow that up with that?
I don't even know, man.
I know that's just our community, but like, god damn it, like,
did you say
the fuck?
Shayna had a rough week. She's going through some shit.
She's going through some shit.
Yeah, she's going through some shit.
Right, but that's the bitch you don't want to fuck with. Is the one who's going through some shit.
Right? Yeah, like the answer for her is you should see the other woman.
Literally, the other woman not working no more.
Yeah, because of things like that black eye.
Well, no, that's the thing. Think about it. Ronda's done. That's pretty much been signed, sealed, delivered, confirmed. Even with Ronda saying, you brought me into this, now I have no reason to continue. Like, she's out. She's done.
Yeah,
if you were holding out for bated breath of Ronda to be, main event and on, WrestleManias and Universal Champions and all this, nope, gone, done.
No, and I mean, now Shayna comes out tonight. We've seen her in a match, a long match, even if it wasn't a barn burner. And then you're, giving shit to Becky. I like what they're doing with Shayna. The opposite of what they're doing with the Viking Raiders.
Well, that whole feud with Ronda did nothing but help Shayna. Bar none.
With SummerSlam and Collision, I got one prediction wrong. I'll take your word for it, Larry.
Like I said, you keep that with the stat keeper here. I'm just the face that's pretty around the place.
Listen, when we start giving away like legit prizes for this shit, then we'll have a more serious grip on the rules here. We're kind of like, every once in a while you can use stairs as a weapon.
We're like Cody Rhodes hitting Brock Lesnar with the stairs in their match. It should have been a DQ, but no one fucking decided to acknowledge it. So you can have that. That ain't even what I'm mad at.
Right? Like, I mean, I get it, guys, but no, a lot of guys and girls did a great job. But yeah, I feel like some people don't put their predictions in the chat and just tell us, like I said it in my head, so I did really good.
Sorry, I got caught up with a new day.
At this point, be smart about it. Ask for your release. You will make more money in the indies. You know what? You're not wrong to an extent.
But with who? Who are we talking about here?
Like the Viking Raiders. They thought they were out.
As we come back to win, just like, why? Just smacking himself with a pen. So we're gonna address the women's tag team titles here. The curse tag team titles, which, by the way, I saw this initially as they're showing on TMZ, and that instantly made me not believe it.
I mean, TMZ is probably more reliable than 80% of the dirt sheets, believe it or not.
Right, but I feel like at this point, TMZ is the definition of a dirt sheet.
Oh yeah, it's
like TMZ is toilet paper with print on it.
Yeah, no, I can't.
I said what I said.
I'm with you. Judgment Day coming out now. We're getting ready for the main event. Boom. Viking Raiders are another team that Vince sadly ruined. They were great on the Indies and NXT, but Vince had them in a bad program like the ones with Street Profits. 150% Richard Martinez, and for every other reason that Nick and I griped about, like it's been unfortunate as a fan of the War Raiders to see what they ended up becoming. Again, you wonder if their contract expires, do they stay, or are they just, are they at the point of their career where they're making bank and they're riding into the sunset?
They stay. Valhalla got released and came back. They're staying. They're lifers. They're one of those of they stay where the grass is greener. They stay. The devil you know is always better than the devil you don't.
Viking Raiders need to go back to the gym. I don't know if that's going to help. Viking Raiders aren't leaving. WWE just signed back Sarah Logan. Exactly what you said. Married Eric, not at all wrestlers of the spotlight to be a reason they are employed. True story, Richard.
Right. Well, speaking of wrestlers who didn't get the spotlight, didn't want the spotlight, well, we thought we were going to get a announcement for the women's tag titles and everything. They teased like they were about to go to that.
I don't think
we got right to the main event here.
Oh, shit. Raquel jumping Rhea. So Rhea being taken out of the equation.
I'm still Raquel from the block out here just throwing hands.
Billboard throwing bombs.
Billboard backstrap, just throwing bombs. I said it. I'll be in trouble. I said it.
Yeah, Bonkers. Technically, he could. Yes.
Wait, what? Can Damian cash in? Yeah, he could.
Yeah,
he can cash in at any time on any championship.
Yeah, like if Cody turns on Seth, which I doubt. But if there's any type of dissension that leads to, Seth getting hit with a finisher or something and he's in a bad position, Damian could technically cash in.
When did Candice and Indy become like the friends of Raquel? Is that just because Liv's actually hurt for real?
Yes.
As they get thrown aside as...
So wait, why is the
what the fuck? Oh, wait. Candice just throwing hands, and Rhea looks like she got for legit welted on her back here. But I'm all for Candice versus Raquel or Rhea if this is actually a match instead of a riptide squash. How you doing? Keep it moving match.
Is it rare that the heel is outnumbered 3-1 in a fight? It is kind of rare.
Is it rare that the heel is outnumbered 3-1 and you believe that the heel can still hold their own 3-1?
Both.
That's even more of a rarity.
Yes. Right? Like, I mean, and Rhea literally chucked her shoe at Candice, which I love.
Fair enough. Speaking of rarity.
Rare meat out. All right, folks, we're rolling along. We're still going. We got the main event left for Raw tonight. NXT tomorrow. We will be live for that. I saw a couple of people on the channel earlier today or yesterday saying, like, are you guys doing Raw? We do all the shows. All the shows. So main event, and they still haven't addressed the women's tag titles. Doesn't look like they're going to, other than telling us that there's an issue. Unless we missed it. The women, yeah, they 100% need an exorcism. You're not wrong, Ronan. Like, they went through, like, Liv and who else got hurt? We went through, what, 3? Even if you want to be picky or funny about it, Shayna and Ronda get the belts. They break up. It's not good. Sasha and Naomi walk out. It's not good. Funny, only Priest raised the case. Rhea and Dom didn't with their belts. There you go. Interesting. Cody, Seth, and Shinsuke for the W due to Edge attacking Finn. I don't expect that, but hey, let's go for it. I thought that was a random, right? There's Rhea's kryptonite. Absolutely. Let them fight. I agree. Let's go. Let them fight. I always marvel at how fast the security comes running out for the women's scuffles. But you got to have someone, you have Brock Lesnar destroying Cody, and not one person in the neighborhood says, "Can you stop?" Is it rare that Dom looks like he's pissed his pants? No, I think that's also on the not rare list. Or is Nakamura turning on Seth? Got that vibe. We don't know for sure yet, Bonkers, but definitely had a little bit of that vibe. The look in Shinsuke's eyes, a bit of a program between Shinsuke and Seth might not be bad. I don't hate it, realistically. And I mean, does that open the door for something like, if a Shinsuke, turns on Seth, could they lose tonight because of that? I want to see a 2-on-1 handicap match between Candice, Indy, Hartwell versus Rhea Ripley. My money's on Rhea, Damian. It's just a weird thing, right? Like, usually the baby face is outnumbered and getting picked on by like 2 or 3 heels. So it's funny just the status of Rhea Ripley as she gets jumped by Gonzalez and then gets jumped by 2 more competitors, stacking the deck against the heel champion. Rhea and Shayna versus Raquel and Candice and Indy. All right. There's still a ton of time left here. There will be shenanigans. I'm with you. We're back to the commentary team, guys. And we're going to replay what happened with the cash-in. Bianca with the roll-up while in the figure 4. What do you guys think? Let me know if you're happy about Io Sky, guys. Pumped. Listen, you guys crack on Billboard back, but Rhea has the Optimus Prime shoulder. I like it. Cody Rhodes, Nakamura, Seth Rollins for the win. Okay, Damian. Get your predictions in, folks. Again, lots of time left on this clock. We will find out. Larry, Rhea might have a chance then. The other team might have a chance. But right now, Dom talking to Rhea. Finn and Priest clearly not happy with each other. KJ, I said not at same as you. You clearly not same as you or me. JD for the win. Here we go. I give up. Said at the same time as there you go. Okay, well, I'll take it. Something big happening in the main event. 6-man tag. Dale, I believe it. If we're looking at the time on the clock, we're going to squeeze in some extra commercials for the hour that we got for free tonight. But here comes Cody Rhodes. But I'm with you. I think there's something up. Larry, Rhea has no chance one-on-one with Raquel. Wrong answer, Steve G. Big pop. Crowds with Cody. Would you stop Brock beating someone up other than words? What would you do? No, I would not. Brock can do whatever he wants. So valid argument to counter my argument. Maybe I used a bad example, but yeah, no. You just do you, Brock? Brock's like that big giant. Oh, that big giant dog that you throw a bone. Just the bone. Leave me alone. And here comes Shinsuke Nakamura. in, double duty tonight. Very interesting choice. I feel like a failed cash-in attempt would suck. I'm with you. I hope that's not what we get from Priest. I want to see him with the belt. Yeah, Boston, I've been championing this. I kind of wanted it at SummerSlam. Didn't get what I wanted. Not that it has any outcome to anything, but I really thought it was a chance to have a really cool moment. A failed cash-in attempt, even if Finn is the reason that he doesn't work, bothers me. And I know you can't always have the cash-in successful, but I feel like we got all that fuckery last year with Austin Theory. That we need a good payoff this year. Maybe, I don't know. What do you guys think? Larry Raquel beat Rhea in the last 3 matches in NXT. I didn't even have to say it. Make it just Cody versus JD. It could end up that way. I'd be okay with a Cody JD match. Yes, happy for EO. Dale's got Team Seth. KJ, what if Priest decides to cash in mid-match? Does it turn into a 6-way match? No. I do not believe that's how it would work or how it should work. If he just mid-match said, here, take this, it's him versus the champion in that moment. I believe the 6-man tag would take a back seat. Question is, do they continue the original match after? I would never destroy Rhea. I love her. Fair enough. If we get a successful cash-in, for me, it makes sense to not do it at SummerSlam, which would have over 100% Boston. I agree. If you were going to do EO, you can't do Damian for obvious, like for that exact reason. But I do like now, like Nick said, there was more meat on this bone. We follow this story now. We see the dissension amongst Finn and Damian and the back and forth and their struggles. So, yeah, I mean, let's see how far they drag this out. But I hope Damian pulls it off. I really do. What if he cashes in on Dom, Larry says. Swerve of all swerves, Larry. Damian says, screw it. I'm gonna take Dom's belt. How about Rhea's? All right, folks. The crowd is into it. We're getting this match. I wonder if we'll get a commercial sooner than later. Edge will help Shinsuke, Seth, and Cody. Richard, I believe we will not see Seth until SmackDown. Maybe this will be how Seth gets his time off. Maybe, but I much prefer if it would go out like, maybe at a SummerSlam, maybe at Payback, that kind of thing. But I do believe some time off for Seth is due. But right now, Judgment Day having issues. Damian tags himself in. Finn doesn't like it. So Dom tags himself in. And we're off and running. Shinsuke versus Dominic. Good show, KJ White and Big Nick. Thank you, Jordan. Thank you. We love doing it. We appreciate you as we are rolling through the last just over 15 minutes left in this one. Are you saying Seth's song's getting annoying? That's very interesting. A lot of people have said that. But, I mean, it's over as hell, guys. Why do we got to get mad at everything that gets over? We want shit to get over when it does, and we don't like it. Judgment Day versus the Karaoke Crew. Perfect. TLD, that is bang on. How did you put these 3 men on the same team? That is funny shit. Somebody wasn't thinking, or maybe they did it on purpose. Dale, no, Richard. The idea of Finn winning and Priest cashing in on him that night has tons of meat on the bones. Balor again with a moment being champion and screwed. Wish it went down that way. Dude, exactly what I hoped for. Exactly what I thought would still carry the story real well. And I love the idea of the surprise element to like, holy shit, Damian Priest is the champion, right? Instead of always being the guys that we know, oh, here comes Seth. We knew Seth was going to be the first champion. So Damian, to me, is kind of getting out of that mold, changing directions, not being the same. No, Richard. How Priest cash in on Gunther? I don't know. I don't like it. I still don't like it. I don't think the cash in should go to a secondary title. I really don't. Vince, it was WWE. Only cash in on the world champion title, not an NXT mid title. Yeah, no, I agree. But it's still funny to think. Susan, how are you? How are you? Thanks for keeping me in the know for my favorite sport. Susan, it is absolutely our pleasure. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for being here tonight. We greatly appreciate it. Any cash-in attempt by Damian not against Roman is a failure. Why would he want to cash in against a secondary title? Steve, you're wrong. He's not going to go after Roman. And again, it is now I know where I'm pickled on this one. I can't argue the fact of the loose brand split, but at the end of the day, it's a world championship. It's Seth's done really good propping this championship up. It doesn't have to be for Roman. And again, it wouldn't make sense if it ended up being Roman. Very out of left field, sir. I want to see the New Day versus KO and Sammy for the Undisputed Tag Team Championships down the road. Yeah, maybe. Again, I'm kind of iffy with the New Day, but it is what it is. If Theory was able to cash in on the U.S. title, then no belt is off limit in WWE. You're right, and they actually made a point of saying it this time. I just hate it. I think it's bad. I don't really think it makes sense. It's like a winning lotto ticket, and you take the second prize or the. I mean, you got to go for one of the world titles. It's all there is to it. Ciampa, RTC, and Taz share the same sound before the respective music for their entrance. Fun fact. Larry wasn't being serious. He doesn't actually think Priest. Yeah, exactly. We're good. Was Richard got as we're just coming back out of the last commercial break, or the most recent commercial break might be more accurate. We're still about 13 minutes on the clock. This Raw has been great. This feels like a Triple H show with full control. I guess the Vince staying at home to heal from spine surgery is true. I really liked the show tonight. I'm enjoying it. Not bad. Lots of twists and turns. Good pace. Decent matches from what we got. Yeah, I don't know if I'm great with that yet, but yeah, we'll see. See how this all ends. We're back into it, though. Nakamura down. Edge is here. No, he's not. Stop puffing. As long as EO keeps it for a few months. Yeah, I'd like to see her have a decent run. I am with you on Broken. You kind of really want to see her carry it for a while. You don't want to see it just go by the wayside. And she has potential. Good storyline with Bailey could work. There's a lot there. There you go. What's up, Steve-O? Guys, there's not going to be a breakup in Judgment Day. They work so well, and Damian will cash in Seth because Judgment Day has been on a winning streak for the past month. All right, Steve. So Steve thinks they're going to just overcome the issues, or the issues are pandering. What do you think? They're just playing with our emotions. That's an interesting take. Could they stay together? They're still eyeing each other right now, guys. Enough time for Dom to get passed around and spanked. Pause. They are chanting Dom's a loser, but relatively quiet crowd right now. Shinsuke, Cody, and Seth for the win. Fair enough. Vince returns out and wrestles. No. Make himself world champion one more time. I want the belt. I'm bored with Roman. Bobby, I'm not. That's all I can say. Not bored with Roman yet. And a lot of people don't seem to be. I mean, fair enough, man. But at the end of the day, I mean, the guy's still rolling. He's still white hot. You know, Paul Heyman broke it down for everybody. This guy does not stop. I mean, he continues to break records. Box office. We got a 2 count from Seth. I would like to see Io Asuka match at Payback. I'm all for that, James. Io is outstanding. Asuka is outstanding. You put them in the ring, cut them loose, let them go. Worth it every time. Do it. Don't waste that opportunity. It's there, and it would be an outstanding match. Oh, Damian catching Seth. Any of these people have a relationship with Randy? Who else coming back? They said a return or a debut. Who said that, though? Who said that? And maybe the return was just the New Day. Maybe that's enough. Maybe you got the New Day. Be happy. We'll see you next week. Is the New Day not enough for you, Unbroken? Let me know. Let me know. Io and Asuka should get the bar effect. That'd be interesting. Tim, my cousin. Good to see you, buddy. Thank you for being here. Bring back Stephanie M. Hashtag WCW. There we go. There we go. Age has never stopped Vince before. Thank goodness for Sean Rosati and Blue Chew. Listen, this is probably why he's getting the spine surgery. He's fixing his spine, but they're gonna make it a little more anatomical. They can rebuild him. They can make him better. And Vince returns to in-ring action with, you know, all his robotic pieces. There you go. Are you down for Becky Lynch and Shayna Basler feud, KJ and Nick? Yeah, I'm good with it. Anything that continues to highlight Shayna Basler, anything that helps her stand out in a good light, anything that helps bring her, you know, her whole new attitude, reputation, build it within the main roster fan base that hasn't really got the best of Shayna Basler. Anything you do with her, to me, is money. So, all for it. Falcon Arrow to Priest. I'm on commercial, so am I just way behind you? There you go. Vince bumping spots are long over. Amen, Vance. Amen. I saw the clip today of when he blew both quads. That's what you get for power walking so hard. Terry Funk retired at 73. Vince isn't Terry Funk. Yeah, there you go. Vince Cyborg McMahon. That's it. Instead of the $1 million man, we'll call him the $1 billion man. We can rebuild him. We can make him better. We have the technology. I don't know how the thing goes, but it felt like it was pretty close. In my opinion, Paul Heyman was the best to happen to Roman, 100%. That is undeniable. I mean, the level of confidence, the level of attitude, the level of swagger that Roman was able to find with Paul Heyman as his manager is undeniable. If anybody says otherwise, now some people go the other way with it and use it as almost a crutch. Like Roman wouldn't be anything without Paul Heyman. But we've seen others be a Paul Heyman guy and not really get to the pinnacle. But you have to have it. You have to have it in yourself. If Roman was still coming out and cutting big dog promos, it wouldn't have worked. It wouldn't have got where it did. So yes, Paul was the best thing that ever happened to that man. And kudos to him for grabbing the opportunity and making it count, giving us something different. And I know, like Bobby said, I'm getting bored with him, but what a historic run, guys. And I mean, too often in present day, we don't realize we're getting a little taste of history at times. When we look back, this is going to be a historic run. This is what other people are going to talk about, as we get old wrestling fans. The next generation will be comparing their big names to a guy like Roman. Of course, Damian will have a successful cash-in. Otherwise, Puerto Rico will invade us. Dun, dun, dun. Enough of that going on. Io isn't she assigned drafted to Raw. Steve G, I'm not talking about the draft anymore, bro. I'm over it. As we're back from commercial break, and Rollins just taking a clap upside the head from Rhea. No, it's the end of a Monday night stream when I start saying Rio. Big clothesline by Rollins. Terry Funk retired. Got that one. What else we got here? What person was sacrificed for parts to keep Vince alive? Fuck. The list. Here comes Cody. Huge pop. Go White Lightning. And Cole saying, after dismantling Brock Lesnar on Saturday, Cole's doing his job, folks, very well. But come on now. Dismantling Brock Lesnar. Let's be a little bit real. Reversal by Finn. Oh, Cody back down. I do wish that Big E comes back, but I know he has to be cleared. Could he not come back as the third, though? Like, could he not come back in that manager support guy role, and then maybe one day he just rolls in the ring and hits a spine buster like, I'm good again? I mean, he is an outstanding personality. He is an outstanding talent. So I hope that his wrestling career, or Dom breaks up a 2 count, in comes Shinsuke. But I really hope there's more in wrestling for Big E. Who should Io Sky defend the Raw Women's Championship against first? I don't think she. That's funny, Damien. Oh, Cody's hooking up. Oh, Damien with the briefcase to the back of Cody. Vince never had a heart. Oh, Sammy's back with his giant elbow. There goes Priest. Now, is that not a DQ, or is the ref distracted? We're making the rules up as we go, folks. Oh, I guess the ref was distracted. His periphery doesn't work at all. That's an interesting take. Crossroads, and Finn going to take another pin. It's over. Next Gen will kill it like they always do, not in a good way. Tim, you might be right, buddy. I hope all is well. Thank you for popping in. But yeah, we hope they can carry the torch. That's all we can do. Asuka could be first, possibly. She could be. I'm okay with it, especially with Payback. It was Asuka's title. She stole it from Belair. There's the legitimate claim there. But the baby faces, now we still got a little bit of time on the clock here, and nobody turned on anybody. Except Seth doesn't seem to like Cody. And I hope they're not building Seth to Cody. I'm praying they're not. Throughout history of Money in the Bank or Royal Rumble winners, they always had the choice of either main championship to go after. What Io did, she isn't new regardless of the brand she's on. I don't know why I read it like that, but nonetheless, oh, I see what you're saying. Wait, what? Come on, Shin, heel turn. No, nobody turning. No, nothing happening. But it feels like we're waiting for something to happen. Oh, Cody and Seth are arguing. Yeah, but no, I didn't think it was new at all. I fully expected it. Yeah, I see what you're saying now. It took me a second to digest all that. But yes, no, nothing new. And Sammy playing Peacekeeper. Oh, Seth and Cody shaking hands. And now we're celebrating again. What is happening tonight? Team Cody. Give Io and Asuka the bar effect. I like that idea, Larry. For 4-2. Not bad. Not bad. 5-1. When did Angel Hernandez go to the MLB? What? There it is! Shinsuke! Shinsuke taking out Rollins at the last minute. Shinsuke just takes the head off of 6-0. Larry never gets one wrong. He's on fire. And that's how we go off the air, folks. Shinsuke levels Seth Rollins and walks on out. And I'm okay with it. I like the idea of Nakamura and Seth Rollins. I think the match, if it leads to payback, could be a really, really good match. Well, that was boring. I saw the positives in it, Boston, but yes, I kind of had that whoosh feeling. New member. Look at that. Another member. Remember, folks, be a member, tell a member. Welcome to the club, Mr. Tim, one of the newest or the newest for Lifey. We appreciate it, sir. 7 out of 10, definitely better than last week. Definitely better than last week. And overall, I thought the night was good. And I always tell you guys, when we get to the end of the show, my energy level always kind of dictates overall how the show kind of went pacing-wise. I feel pretty good tonight. I feel like we got through this pretty quick. I feel like the chat was live. But I feel overall they gave us enough to talk about, enough to kind of get into. Again, it's Raw. I fell asleep. Did I miss anything? Nope, TJ. Nope, nothing. You're good. Nakamura. Oh, you did miss that. Yes. 6 out of 10 for Raw. Fair enough. Yeah. Right at the last minute. We almost got out. 9.5 out of 10 says Bobby. There you go. 6 says Mike. Woo, says Jordan. There you go. Giving some love. Give it some love. 7 out of 10 says Renegade. I said it when Naka smirked. That was it. Well, last week, he's told the world, I'm sick of everybody's shit. I'm tired of losing. We were tired of him losing. We were tired of the roll-ups. And there you go. Shinsuke stakes his claim tonight. And like you said, Larry, a lot of people kind of noticed that smirk, that look in his eye. But after everything kind of settled down, we thought maybe we wouldn't get it. And right at the 11th hour, bang. And we go off the air with questions being asked. So not bad. I like the end. It might not have, again, we might not be talking about this Raw, 4 months from now at the end of the year, but overall, a pretty good show. 6 out of 10, nothing happened other than Nakamura. I wouldn't go that far. Not much happened other than Nakamura. I was wondering why Nakamura was teaming with them when he was turning for the last couple of weeks. Yeah, Joe, it's the final, hint it. And then, yeah, you put yourself in an opportunity. Heel turn for Nakamura, Seth. I mean, he should be mad at Seth. Took his song, or at least his sing-along. It was his shtick. Oy vey, my phone went out. What happened? Are you serious right now? Shinsuke Nakamura turned on Seth Rollins. That's what happened. See you tomorrow. Bobby, have a good night. I keep getting error for 8 to 10. That's interesting. Shin heel turn. Yes, 1-0. What are you doing in my swamp? Late to the swamp, big dog. Better late than never. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good stream. Thank you. Big Nick and I are appreciative. What if they do something different? Nakamura versus Rollins at Payback while a heel Drew attacks Cody. The Drew thing's interesting because ultimately I think Drew would have to lose that rivalry. So he'd have to have a really, really good battle with Cody if he comes out on the losing end. I want to heel Drew. I thought heel Drew was going to show up, in London, and it didn't happen. I thought if we, right at the end of the show, Seth retains his title. He's got his hands in the air, and then Claymore by the Scottish Psychopath. And I know several of those people, but I would really like to see the Scottish Psychopath return and be that Drew. I think that's what you have to do with him right now. He feels old. He feels bland. He feels stale. And again, I don't think it's working as a babyface. Anyone else getting error for the comment? Is that true? Are you just really high? What will get the with what will we get with McDonough? I'm surprised, interested in that. Yeah, I like that little take. We still have a lot of hints of McDonough being involved in this. And I think McDonough works well to continue to wedge, right? So even when they're trying to get along, you have McDonough in Finn's ear. The curious part for me is it seems like Finn's the odd man out, but a swerve might end up being that Finn and McDonough are in and Damien's out. I mean, a bit more of a stretch, but who knows? I see that coming. I'm with you, Emo. So no return. No, there was no lie unbroken. The return was the New Day. They gave you what they advertised. The New Day returned to WWE Raw. So if you were hoping for something newer or bigger or better, my apologies. Well, I don't know why the hell I'm apologizing, but the WWE did not lie. They did give us a return. With all the names being batted around again, I think it's just, they're very patient. They're very methodical. Sometimes as fans, it drives us absolutely nuts, but it's their prerogative. It's their talent, and trickle it out one thing at a time. We're if nothing else, at least we're anxious. We're eager to get more, and they got more. So that's good news. 7 out of 10 says A-Town. The New Day return. There you go. 9.5. There you go. Very happy. Just got in from work. Working for the weekend. 6.5 out of 10. 9 out of 10. A lot of really good reviews today on the show. KJ, real quick, what pay-per-view was the worst to you this year? Did you guys answer that? Unbroken. For me, it's neck and neck between SummerSlam and Nick broke it down. We talked about it. And sometimes you think there was more than there actually was. But when you actually look through the pay-per-views, SummerSlam for me, is real neck and neck with Royal Rumble. I think Royal Rumble, because my expectations were so high for the Rumble, there was so many rumored returns, and Cody winning was just a layup. I think that's where why I'm so jaded against the 2023 Royal Rumble. But realistically, and again, not saying that SummerSlam was bad. It might not have been great, but it really is one of their weaker ones this year. It'll be Seth for Shaky next PLE for sure. Yeah, Payback. It looks like we're going to get Shinsuke and Seth, and it works. I'm good with it. I really am. I got 2 error in the chat. I don't see it. I don't know what's up, folks. Hi, Jacko. How you doing? 8 out of 10. I'm a bit worried about LA Knight thing. I'm not. I think it's beautiful. I think it's exactly what LA Knight said it was. Miz is the gatekeeper. Miz is the guy that will get heat no matter what. And if you're trying to build up a baby face, you have him shit on Miz for a couple weeks and beat him in a match, you're good to go. And you can continue to push LA Knight. It's almost a rite of passage. LA Knight has to go through the Miz door before he goes anywhere else. The Undertaker versus Roman Reigns, WWE Undisputed Championship, WWE Universal Championship, WrestleMania 40 next year. Wow. Highly unlikely. And I mean, it would be, let's go, but highly, highly unlikely. And I don't even know if the Dead Man would be able to give us a main event match at this point. But that'd be something else. I did, but the airplane mode was back online. Okay. Tonight, what was the main event? The main event was a 6-man tag. Shinsuke Nakamura, Seth Rollins, and Cody Rhodes taking on Judgment Day. Cody Rhodes gets the pin on Finn Balor, and Shinsuke kicks Seth Rollins in the head. That's it. That's how the show went off the air. Shinsuke walks out. Cody looks stunned. Sami Zayn trying to play peacemaker between Seth and Cody. Which, guys, honestly, I'm so glad Shinsuke threw that kick and it wasn't a fight between Cody and Seth. I don't want to see that right now. I don't. JD versus Seth, Cody, Shin. There you go. Thank you, Vance. Did you get my score? 8 out of 10. I did, Larry. 8 out of 10. SummerSlam and Night of Champions. Night of Champions is an interesting one, JV. I don't mind that. The Undertaker will be the new WWE Undisputed Championship. WWE. No, not today. I just realized it's only 5 months until Rumble. Man, time flies. Boston, it's crazy, and especially with us covering so much wrestling, like it's nonstop. So, like, yeah, it feels like a couple weeks ago we were doing 2022 SummerSlam, and this just rolls through a clip, folks. We got so much live wrestling to cover as I start to head towards the door finally. But yeah, no, I think at the end of the day, there's so much wrestling coming, all in, all out. Payback, NXT's got some shit up their sleeve. GCW will be here for so much more. New Japan, we're going to be covering this month as well. It's a busy time. We're actually covering AAA, I believe, at some point. So, folks, I see some of these last comments, but I am going to pack it in. Big shout out to Luna Havoc. Hope you are doing wonderful. Big Nick, who's already hit his pillow. Hopefully he's getting some shut-eye and saving his what's for tomorrow. What pay-per-view are you looking forward to the most, all in or all out? Undeniably all in, Damien. I think to see an 80,000, 90,000 seat venue with full, and that environment, that insanity. I mean, I want to see it. I know what the British crowd is like. I know it's going to be energized, and I'm really, really intrigued to see what AEW does. This could be one of those, monumental moments that we look back on and be like, that's the day that they took another step in the right direction. So I got all the anticipation for that. All out, I'm actually terrified for it. A week removed from all in, what the fuck? I mean, hold on, Chicago. I hope there's a plan. I don't know if they're gonna kind of book both at the same time. I have no idea. I'm worried about it. They made Gable look like $1 million. Yes, they did. Just quickly before I go, big night. I'm gonna give this I'll give it a 7 tonight. Oh, pardon me. If you heard that. Cody and Seth have too much in common. They both unhinged Karens as well. Have a good night. Have a good night. Have a good night. All right, folks, I'm bailing. We will be back tomorrow. As always, do not forget, hit like, subscribe, share. We continue to hit milestones. We owe it to all the great people out there. Thank you so much for tuning in. NXT, Dynamite, Impact, SmackDown, Rampage, Collision, all this stuff. We got it all, folks, and we will be right here live for it all. Until next time, see you on the flip side. Bye.